What is up, everyone? I don't know if was Brian having any issues? You guys let me know. But what is up, everyone? I watched Y2K last night. It was so bad. It was awesome. Really? Is that the one with Rachel Zegler, right? I think she's in it. Okay, guys, you didn't even know. Yeah, I was gone. Was it like August and most of September? I think. Because that was when the baby was born. So that's it, though. 2. I'm done. I have 2 who are about 2 years apart. I think they're like 23 months apart, and I'm done. That's it. I think Brian, his kids are like the same, or 2 years apart, but they're like 10 and 8 or something like that right now. So he's past the baby part, and now he's in the preteen era. So yeah, I think 2 is good. Yeah, both boys though. I was kind of hoping for one of each, but they're both healthy and good, so that's all that matters. Yeah. Let's see. I'm waiting for Wicked to hit streaming. She said, "Wicked's good, man. I enjoyed it a lot. I had some issues with it. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't too bad. The biggest issue was so dang long. It was so long. Jesus, baby crap in my pocket. Well, not little baby crap, but when my kids were babies, I couldn't wait for them to be older. Now that they're older, I miss them being babies. That's what everyone always says, that they miss the baby days. It's rough. Baby days rough. Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much.
Hey, everyone.
I think Brian was on it. I think he was having computer issues. So he was waiting. As soon as I jumped on, he jumped off. So I think he's restarting his computer. But
modern technology, right?
Yeah. Problems. Got my Duff hat.
Nice.
I love this. I love that, man.
Is that a bottle opener on it?
Yes. It's a bottle opener. Still can't hear you, bro. No. Check the settings. That's how I always make sure I'm good when I go into the settings. Well, you can see the bar move. So that's how I always double check. Like, is it me? It's moving. He has like a mix board. So there's times it's like a random little thing that always messes up like a sound mixing board. What's up, G's? It says freezing out here. How do you eat popsicle?
Because I'm in my house where it's not freezing.
Yeah. It's also like we're from Chicago, so it's like even when it's cold, like I always want ice cream. Yeah.
Right.
Like I always prefer iced coffee.
Yeah, that's my go-to. On the rare occasions I do drink coffee, it's usually an iced coffee from like Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Yeah. When I'm home, I do hot coffee, but when I'm out and about, I usually do that. That's because he's a hottie. There you go. That's funny. Yeah. You're gonna turn him as red as that popsicle now. I missed a bunch of people in the front end of it. Minus 15 over by you. Well, you're in Canada. Yeah, Canada,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it isn't seasonal. No. Yeah, but I'll be walking into work with like a McDonald's iced coffee. People think I'm crazy.
I haven't been to McDonald's in years, come to think of it.
I'm not I prefer Dunkin' over everyone. The only bad thing is like on my way to work, there's no Dunkin'. Like it's like easy on the way, and it sucks.
Yes, there is. You just gotta get out.
You know, the days that I do have to go into.
There you go.
Can you hear me
now?
Yeah.
You know, the days that I have to go into the office, there's a Dunkin' Donuts like right next to our building.
Oh, nice.
My people know me. I said, hey, it's Brian. They like, oh, your order is ready already. Come on. I want to place this dough.
Yeah.
I come at the same time every day. After I leave the gym, I get my iced coffee and keep moving.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
Oh, I was saying, by the way, you guys suck because none of the stuff was working and I couldn't go anywhere because the whole stream was shut down.
You're kind of laggy a little bit too.
It must be this computer. It has to be.
Yeah, because you're kind of like going in and out a little scratchy.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah. Wow. He does that. Because there's times when my setup messed up, and I had to go old school because I always have an extra mic, like a Blue Yeti, always like sitting on the side, and if it starts crapping out, I just plug it in and skip all the fanciness. Wow. Is Brandman going laggy too, or is it just me now? There you go. You're looking good. It was like stuck. Hey, Collector. What's up, Collector?
Collector.
Appreciate Collector Movie Man. Also appreciate all you guys. Appreciate a lot of you guys coming in, hanging out with us. T, Mama Bear, Collector. I know Jason was in chat, came a little later. So appreciate all you guys coming in and actually being part of the community stream. So definitely gotta do that again, man. That was a lot of fun. No life for okay. It might have been just on my end. Yeah. Next time we'll get Jason on screen. Come in. We got Kevin Davis. What's up, Kevin? HBO new Creature Commandos, Dune Prophecy for season 2, not shock or surprise. Yeah, the Creature Commandos, I was kind of a little shocked because I thought it was gonna be a one and done. But
yeah, same.
Yeah. But I am liking the show, so not complaining.
I'm loving Creature Commandos.
Yeah, not complaining. So hopefully they give us a full season, though. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully this was like the test, and then instead of how many episodes we in? 9, 8, something like that. I forgot how many.
It's either 8 or 6. I can't remember.
Yeah. It might be 6. You're right. But hopefully, like at least we get like 18, for season 2. That'd be nice. But we'll see. But Dune, we're gonna talk about Dune tonight, hopefully. And talk about the finale and stuff like that because we didn't get a chance to yet. But and then Horror Geek, what's up, Horror Geek? Mufasa's having great legs with Sonic 3 is being a bit front loaded. Nosferatu and a Complete Unknown is doing good this holiday. Yeah,
I'm gonna go see Nosferatu tomorrow. Since technically I'm off the rest of the year. I actually woke up this morning thinking that I had to work. Thankfully, my office is only 15 minutes away, 15-minute walk from where I live. Went over there, went onto our floor. All the separate departments in my company were closed. All the lights were off. Walked down the hallway to check on mine. It was closed too. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna turn around and go home. It's kind of spooky up there anyway with all the lights off.
Also, I don't know why we're getting weird. So we're getting comments, and we appreciate everyone coming in, leaving comments. If you watch on the replay and stuff like that, which is awesome. But lately we've been getting a lot of like crypto questions. They're talking about their cold wallets and so I'm like, what? It's like, what channel do you think this is? Especially like one a couple hours ago on our Superman trailer reaction. It's not even like by accident. It was like, what are you talking? But I figured out what it was. It was hashtag crypto. because I use the hashtag, but it's with a K. Crypto, the digital money is with a C. So it's like, so it's annoying. So I mean, like people are not even watching the video; they're just coming in and asking a question. I was like, did you not even look at the thumbnail? You know, yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
it's
annoying.
It's so stupid. Just do super dog. That's probably a good one. Silhouetted. I might do that. And what's up? Appreciate you coming in. Ty, now what's up, Ty? I'm watching Trailblazers game right now. I'm a Portland fan. I was watching the Bears game, unfortunately.
Same.
And my phone wound up dying. So that might be for
I
the
don't know
best.
why we do it to ourselves.
Yeah, I was ready to lose my damn mind. I was ready to lose my damn mind. I hated it. Yeah. But oh man. Saw some of the leaks regarding the last 2 episodes. I won't spoil for Creature Commandos. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to wait to know anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. We got Burgo in the house. Got to go enjoy the stream and enjoy your weekend. This is the way. We appreciate Brogru. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with us. I know you usually come in on our Saturday stream, so we talk about Silo. So appreciate you. And have a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good Christmas too, everybody. How was your well, you kind of told, in our group chat, you already kind of talked about your Christmas, but
oh yeah.
Besides everyone getting sick, how was it?
Well, I got my my new karaoke machine, and
nice.
And the Ninja ice cream maker that I wanted.
Oh yeah, because you were talking about that a couple of weeks ago.
Like
how you wanted that one.
Yep. So now I have like the whole, pretty much the whole set. Like I have the Ninja blender, I have the Ninja like 10-in-1 like multi cooker, and now I have the Ninja Creamy. So
nice. I have the Ninja grill, and that thing's awesome.
Yeah, like
it's
their
awesome.
products are awesome.
Yeah. The only bad thing about the Ninja grill is a pain in the ass to clean. It is such a pain in the ass to clean. But the one reason I wanted to get it is it cooks frozen chicken. And really? I'm like, yeah, and I was like, how good is it gonna be? So I bought it not for that reason, but that was like one of the key selling points. I'm like, oh, nice, So I tried it. I was like, one of the first things I made was a frozen chicken breast. It cooked it so perfectly.
Nice.
Like so perfectly. I was like, geez. I'm like, damn. So, because whenever I'm like, need quick dinner, chicken is always a good, bet. Usually I'll boil it, chop it up, and have like shredded chicken, and I can like add sauce to it, put it on whatever, this and that, and then I make it like chicken broth, from it, from all the fat that renders down, but yeah, having it cooked from frozen was like, that was a game changer. But
yeah.
Most of the channels I watch are taking time off. I mean, yesterday, our sports channel, obviously that didn't stream, but yeah, I mean, we're all home. Might as well. I had to work today, so
yeah. Today I just kind of chilled out, played some video games, organized some comics. Nice. Gonna get up early and go to the gym. Come back here, probably make some runs before I go to the movies in the afternoon, and then hang out after that.
Hey. Thank you, Patrick, for the follow. Well, I got notifications working again. So, yeah, that's not bad. So you're off. Well, I know all the rest of the year, but it's only really like 3 more days, 3 more business days.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the first, I'm guessing you got off, right? So you just go. Yeah, so you go back to work, next Thursday and Friday?
Yeah, next Thursday and Friday, and I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a whole lot to do anyway, since I'm pretty much ahead on everything.
Nice. I'm a Leafs fan. I have no good answers either. Oh man, sports in Chicago right now is just It's so painful, especially growing up in the 90s when like the Bulls were like the shit, like they were just like the best. And then like and then early 2000s, the Sox had a lot of good runs, and they won the World Series and stuff. But just growing up in the 90s with the Bulls just winning every year, and now it's just like everything sucks, man. Two baseball teams that suck, a hockey team that sucks, a football team that sucks, basketball team that sucks. But damn, man, it sucks. I don't watch soccer. Otherwise, I would know if the Chicago Fire is any good or not right now. But not happy. Let's see. So Silhouette's coming in with some info. Said Creature Commando concept art of Swamp Thing implied Cersei's future version. Yeah, I figured that. And it's getting ready for the Swamp Thing show eventually. It'll be hard to see in the final shadowy version. Okay. I know that shadowy version, or them all like crucified, that was interesting.
Yeah, I like the route that James Gunn is going with his world building. It's a little unorthodox, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially with how he's really just kind of jumping in head first, which I appreciate, because it's kind of not talking down to the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
The way that he's kind of establishing the this particular universe, or his particular take on the universe, and he's doing it in the James Gunn fashion, in terms of starting with kind of more obscure content that nobody really knew about, like like who really knew about Creature Commandos before this, right?
I know.
I'm speaking broadly. I know people like us did, but
I mean, even me, I really didn't. I didn't know really. I heard the name, but I never really read a comic. I had no idea what was what with Creature Commando. So I was like, I mean, it was really, really a deep cut. I feel like, which he's really good at. He's always like taking a deep cut, and then you can kind of tweak it. You know what I mean? You can kind of like, oh, since everyone doesn't know it, you can kind of play with it a little bit more and have some more freedom with it and be able to use it in a way, you don't have to sacrifice a main character, like a big character, should say. Because everyone in the cartoon right now in Creature Commando is like, I want to say, besides Rick Flag, everyone else is like that's it. They're just a cartoon for now, So, Oh, I guess Amanda Waller, but she's barely in it.
Yeah, very, very much I can barely call her a background character.
Yeah,
because she's not really as much a presence as, say, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, or even in Peacemaker. Like, she wasn't in Peacemaker.
She wasn't in Peacemaker,
but she like, her presence was so much there because of her daughter. So it was like really interesting way to like handle a character that is never on screen.
Yeah, I'd say her presence was felt here and there.
Yeah,
in Peacemaker. But even that, aside from like the brief cameo she had, it was mostly due to her connective tissue in terms of the Suicide Squad movie. With this being a character that we were familiar with. Yeah.
Sorry for my cat.
No, it's
crazy. What's up, Tony?
Tony
Kings. What's good, gents? What is up? Hope you had a good Christmas. Drew, hope you had a good Christmas.
Drew,
pretty good. Hope you had a good one too, man. Had a good fun time with all the family.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to skip around. Just actually with the shadows over the cameos. Yeah, with that end credit thing. It's not a beginning of a universe. It's a world that existed. It's telling stories from which is, like Brandon said, like one of the better ways to do it.
Yeah, because
just jump into it.
Yeah, it separates itself from stuff like the MCU.
Mhm.
You don't want to be a carbon copy of really any other cinematic universe, but it's landing for me because like Silhouette said, it's we're kind of thrown headfirst into the world that's already existed, and just kind of world building. Dare I say midway through, but not quite midway through. Like Silhouette said, he worded it the best. This world already exists, and we're just telling the story from there, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because then you can go back and fill in any blanks as you go along. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, but uh, kind of like how Young Justice started long after the heroes were like Superman, Batman were established. Yeah.
I still take it a little personally that Young Justice did not continue because I really enjoyed Young Justice.
The original run, and then when they rebooted it, or not, well, I guess they rebooted it, right? When they brought it back,
reboot /
restarted.
continuation,
Yeah,
of sorts.
Yeah, like that was really good too on HBO, or I think it was HBO, right? They brought it back. Yeah, Young Justice was really good. It was really really good. You had so many like good themes and good storylines for sidekicks. It was awesome. It was really good. Tony said, "I'm enjoying Creature Commandos, but I have to finish the last 3 episodes of What If season 2 before I watch season 3." Oh man. Oh, here, you know what? Let's while we wait for Brian, we'll do our like unofficial talk because there's still a couple more episodes left of What If. We'll stay kind of spoiler free for the most part. But it's also What If, so it's like none of it really matters.
Yeah.
But it goes until the 29th, which is Sunday. So I'm assuming on Monday the 30th we'll do our full season review of What If. But I think me and you kind of feel similar on season 3 so far.
I feel like our thoughts align on it too.
Yeah. So what do you think about season 3? We're only five episodes in, I think.
Yeah, and you know me, man. I love What If. I love the idea of behind What If. I love the concept, and this season is it's just not landing for me as much as I hoped it would. I love the first 2 seasons. I kind of feel like they're not doing enough with the premise.
Yeah. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah.
I think, like the first episode was entertaining. There were even elements of the second, with Agatha and Kingo that I was kind of entertained by. I did like the Bucky and Red Guardian episode.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, what was the one after that? Was
after Bucky Red Guardian was Howard the Duck, I believe.
That was entertaining. It was goofy.
It was definitely a goofy one. I like Silhouette. It said that episode made him feel ill.
Yeah, there were some mental images that I kind of could have done without.
But it's also, if you ever seen the original Howard the Duck movie, you already had those images stuck in your head. So
pretty much,
yeah.
But I liked today's episode. I actually really liked that one.
What was today? What am I bring for? I watched it.
It was the one with Riri Williams.
Oh, the Riri one. I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool.
It was interesting.
Yeah,
it's
because
so to me it felt like it was a bigger story, and then it got scrapped, and then I went up reading that supposedly that was a loose story thread of Armor Wars that pretty much got like turned into like a What If episode. Well, I don't know. What do you think about the Riri one? Because that was the most fleshed out one, I felt like, and the one with the most importance.
And that's exactly why I liked it. It was the most fleshed out. It was a little more outside the box than this season's been so far. It just made the most of the what if premise that I've become kind of accustomed to with the previous 2 seasons, you know. So I'm hoping they kind of maintain the same energy for the remainder of the episodes. It just the reason that I like What If, especially the first 2 seasons, is they were, you know, they're being creative with the premise. They were thinking big, you know, and really in the context of animation. That's why I like that they went animated and that they went this style of animated, because you can really go as big as you want.
Yeah.
And this was a pretty big episode, I thought, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because it really like touches on like a bunch of like cool ideas with like, you know, nanobots or nanites, whatever the hell they called it, you know, and like white vision and like a bunch of like interesting stuff, you know. And then obviously the big one at the end with the Watcher, you know. I appreciated that the most, because I always felt like What If was his show. You know what I mean? Like and that's what it always was. It's him telling these stories, you know, or watching these stories happen, and we're just kind of along with the ride, you know. And then season 1 and season 2, he was involved in a lot of those stories, you know. So him having some consequences to actually not just watching, I think might be super interesting, you know. But like the stuff with Mysterio and Riri, I thought was interesting, you know, because I also was like, I always hate whenever there's a story told with Mysterio, because you never know what's fucking real, and it's so effing annoying. And they went so hard in this episode with it. It was like oh, all this was a dream. Actually, all of this was the dream. No, this is the real truth. It was like, bro, like how many levels of bullshit are you gonna have her in? You know, it was like Inception on the tiniest level. That was just, it felt so annoying, because he's like when did the fake start? You know, and it was so annoying. You know, it was like, did she actually do the things he said she did, or was that a dream, or hologram, hallucination, hologram, whatever? So, but yeah, it was just like it was like, oh, and they always do that with Mysterio. Back in the 90s, in the Spider-Man, you know, they kind of did it. You know, they did it in the movie with him recently. So it's always all the levels of hallucination. It was, I always found annoying, you know. But well, yeah, then he felt bad for Riri. Yeah, you know.
And
but
you know, I like that, you know, stuff like that, because I like Riri in the comics. I think in the context of the live action MCU, the way they kind of threw her in felt kind of shoehorned. And even though I thought Dominique Thorne did absolutely fine, I think it was just the structuring and the way they kind of worked her in that didn't quite work for me. So doing more stuff like this kind of works for me, and kind of makes her work for me as a character in the context of the MCU.
yeah, hopefully her show does well.
I hope it does.
I don't know. I mean, the stuff I've seen of it so far, it's interesting, but
I hope that it sells me on her as a character.
Yeah.
Because I think that needs to be done. If she's going to be a an ongoing presence.
Yeah. So I understand why. Well, I forget how to pronounce his name. Utuo, whatever, the Watcher was like, Watcher. Yeah. You know what? I'll mess up my last chance interview one more time. So, and I know he does it in the comic books too. You know, when he's around, he he interferes, and messes things up.
Mhm.
I think he did in the King in Black. I think he interfered somewhere in there in the most recent like the Venom big event.
Mhm.
It was like last year, maybe the year before. No, a year before that, right? Can't
Mhm.
remember.
I think year before, yeah.
It's 2022, I think. Right.
Mhm.
Halftime, I can chat. What season is Dookie trash? Yeah, it's not good, man. I know, like, Brandon Davis said you hated he didn't like episode 1. I thought it was okay. It was definitely more very Power Ranger Voltron like. It was interesting. I thought the big kaiju that with the Hulk thing was weird, but episode 2, I'm watching this and I'm like, what the wow, man.
Right.
I was like with the long dance scene thing. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I get you can have fun with What If. I was bored. I was actually fast forwarding like a good chunk of that because
Mhm.
I'm like, what's going on? It was not good. It was not good. And then I don't know, man. It just none of it really made sense to me. It was just like, so she just has to steal all of their power and uses a little bit of magic, and she becomes. Well, no, then she could steal um the celestial that's in Earth and
Yeah.
become a celestial herself. I don't know. It was just like, oh well, she's a succubus. Let's make that go to the max, and she starts like draining celestial like beings.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mhm.
what? Like, even in WandaVision, she couldn't even handle the Scarlet Witch giving her extra juice. It's like we expect her to
Mhm.
like be able to like with the Celestial like take all that power.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, how did she defeat Arishem with the power of love? No, with the power of Hollywood. That's what it was. She wanted to be a star. It was so stupid. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic plus celestial power. He was one step below, one above all in power. Pretty much. Well, then she has now, like in that storyline, she has 2 celestial powers because she got Tiamat right before he like in the Earth, and then she took Airstrom, whatever it is, the judge got
Airsham, yeah.
took his power, right? So like she has 2 celestial being powers in her, and she just decides he wants to be a Hollywood star. It's like,
Mhm.
you're a god. And you're like, but I want to
Mhm.
be a movie star. I was like, what? It was so stupid, man. That was by far the episode of all of What If that I hated the most. That is my
Really?
least favorite. Yeah, I did not like it at all. And
You know,
I love Agatha.
yeah, I'd have to go back and watch the entirety of the series as a whole, and I might actually do that come
Yeah.
Sunday by the time it's all done. Um, I don't think I've like hated any episodes. Um, but I thought it was kind of cool for the sake of seeing more with not only Agatha, but as somewhat of an Eternals apologist, I kind of like that we saw more of Kingo.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I like the guy who uh plays Kingo.
Kamel
Yeah, Kumail
Nanjiani.
Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. So
Yeah,
I'll
he's good.
definitely see him some more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just because I can look back and never was I like, oh, I hated this episode. It was just like
Mhm.
not the best, but it was still good. Like, I enjoyed almost every single episode. This season is like one I hate, and the other ones are just like not quite hitting it. Like the Howard the Duck, I was enjoying it, but it was weird, you know? Like it's just like because they had a baby on the day of the convergence, like it's a god. Like they didn't really explain that. Like it was just like but it was a goofy episode. I got it. It wasn't like anything I needed to think too hard about. And I got Howard the Duck, which I love Howard the Duck. He's such a stupid character that is so fun. So, and I think Seth Green does a great job at voicing Howard the Duck.
I like that they got Seth Green, like he does. Up until I think he's really underrated as a voice actor. Obviously, he's been voice acting with Family Guy and then did a lot of stuff with Robot Chick. And I think he's really slept on as a voice actor, though. Really enjoy him in that regard and really like what he does with Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you said, man, he's a dumb character, but I think with the right content, absurd content, especially like this, he works.
Yeah. Especially with Darcy. I feel like with Darcy, she's like not a throwaway character, but she's like a plug and chug kind of character. So whenever you need something kind of off the wall, she definitely fits the bill. Like WandaVision, that was perfect for her. And that character, and then her having a kid with Howard the Duck or an egg. So I thought that was kind of like, it was goofy for sure, but I had fun with it. But I did where did you go? Ty said episode 3 was the worst. Which one was episode 3?
That was the Bucky and Red Guardian one, right?
That's what I thought. I didn't hate that one. No, it wasn't my favorite, but it was okay. It was okay. I just hate that they always make Red Guardian very goofy. Like he's just like a goofball, and I'm like, that doesn't seem.
Yeah, he's mostly relegated to comic relief, and they did kind of make him, even though he was competent, they did kind of make him a buffoon or a bit of a goober.
Yeah, it is the Red Guardian one. Yeah, but I had a okay time with that. I thought it was kind of cool. Seeing him and Winter Soldier kind of team up, but yeah, a little less buffoonery I think would have been cool.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much of an issue as episode 2, man. With that Agatha one was
yeah, I was kind of, like I said, man, I was kind of mixed on it. I had kind of fun with it, especially with the animation style. I think like the cell shaded animation style kind of fit that whole like retro vibe that episode had.
Yeah, very stylish. Yeah,
I really like the animation style with the show. It's probably my number one favorite thing about What If, in addition to the premise. I love that whole like cell shaded animation style. It kind of reminds me of like there's certain video games and stuff that it reminds me of, like Beautiful Joe, if you remember that one.
Yeah.
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper, yeah. Yeah. I like I got you, Brian. I like the sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I like the animation as well. Yeah. I get a lot of people who are not digging it. I get it, it's very stylized,
Yeah.
But I like it.
But yeah, that's the beauty of animation. You could do a lot of stuff with it, and there's animation's pretty multifaceted, and like I said, there's I like that they went animated with this because, like I said, it's a premise that you can go very big with. Animation allows you to go as big as you want, and that animation style just kind of sets it apart.
Yeah,
that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I like it.
And I think they're even using the same style for Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, from the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be the same.
Yeah,
the same kind of like design and stuff like that. Just a whole show. It was gonna be interesting because I enjoyed Zombies. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy a season of Marvel Zombies. Like you have to do a good story that can stretch out for like 8 episodes, you know,
8
because that's what
episodes,
they always
yeah.
do, you know.
Mhm.
But for like one episode, I thought they did a good job, you know. So I was like, okay, kind of interested to see what they can bring up with a season of zombies. But
Yeah.
yeah, I wish they fleshed out a little bit more things. Like I wouldn't mind seeing more of the Riri stuff, you know, maybe flesh that out a little bit more, like with what happened before the episode, like a prequel to the episode would be cool.
Mhm.
Um, you know, like seeing the Earth like get blown up, like that was
Yeah.
crazy. You know, so and then seeing how Mysterio like got the power of all the
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, so, but yeah, but I'm not really digging the whole season though so far. It's
Yeah.
just not feeling it.
It's
Not feeling it.
understandable. Like I
Yeah.
said, it just hasn't really, struck as much a chord with me as the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm mainly waiting for like Thor Storm, like God of Thunderstorm. That's what I want to wait for because that's what got me.
You say
hyped the most.
Storm?
Yeah. Did you change computers?
I just went to the other computer. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm gonna go to the other computer.
Uh-huh.
This is sports one. Yeah,
that's
but
funny.
that I'm waiting for Storm episode. Which, knowing our luck, it's gonna be like the last episode.
The last one. That's kind of what I'm counting on.
Yeah.
Full transparency. That's what I'm counting on.
Why would you say that, guys? You're just making me hurt. You hurt my heart. This is what I've been waiting for. You saw me complain about X-Men 97. That's the best thing we've had on TV in like forever. So like, don't do this to me anymore. I can't do it. I can't take it.
I still rewatch it. I still rewatch 97. It has so much rewatch value.
Oh yeah. Oh, it does.
It's
Still
insane.
get mad about Storm. I just get mad, just irrationally. Like it'll be a good episode. I'm like, but what the hell, guys? Really? You know. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just like, well, I will say this. Well, what if I agree, guys? I fell asleep doing 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Oh wow. Yeah. It's if I wasn't watching it on my phone, I would like. Was it the Red Guardian one? Like I said, I was having fun with it, but I was also getting a little bored with it. You know, where I was like, I really rather be scrolling like through Instagram or something right now. But I'm watching it on my phone, so I couldn't.
I was watching on the TV, rolling through my phone, like texting you guys, doing random stuff. Like it was so boring.
Wow.
But I don't think that was the worst one.
No.
You know, that second one, I was like,
I like that one.
Oh, yeah. I hated that one. It made no sense. I was like, they overpowering Agatha, and then they're going like take everyone else's power away. I just didn't understand what the hell was going on.
I didn't like it. I did not like it. It's too much for me. But like I said, the 30th. So on Monday, we'll probably do like a rate the season. You know, just because it's the last season, and then we'll give a full review of the season. Because
they gotta
Sunday
do some
is
work.
the last episode.
They gotta do some work right now.
A couple more days left. What, three more days? Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 more episodes.
They got some work to do because even the one today was okay, but it's just okay. What If used to be like the best thing that's ever come out. Like
that was really cool.
It was so creative, so thoughtful. You know, these characters we care about, you giving us things that we never thought about. But because they're doing multiversal stuff in the real MCU, there's a bit less things to like say what if. I think they should do what if and change genres. Like it's Disney, right? So go do Star Wars what if. Go do something different that people love and do a what if with that. Let what if just kind of roam and to do different categories stuff.
That'd be cool. Like what if Marvel and Star Wars were in the same universe?
What if Sony knew how to make real movies? What if they knew to put Spider-Man in their movies? But they apparently they could. That was in the contract that they can. They're just choosing not to.
That's the wild. I was like, yeah. It's like,
Ooh, that's a good one.
the new one.
What if the other half got blipped?
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah, I said blipped.
That'd be cool. I will not say blipped. I refuse to use that punchline of a expression.
It's so stupid.
I will say, what if the other half got snapped?
Snapped, even dusted would have made more sense because everyone in the whole universe like oh yeah, he just turned into dust. Like dusted would have been cool. Blipped is like what? Like
they made it a quirky joke like they did everything else in the first two Spider-Man movies.
That was the phase though. The phase was a joke too. So after that stuff, they were doing a lot of jokes. They're doing a lot of, Yeah.
And also, what's up, Sheed? Happy holidays. Hope you had a good one, man. Appreciate you coming in.
Silhouette, if you like that popcorn bucket, I have all of them. I have the Lion King. I got the Sonic one from today.
The one right below that with the Optimus Prime, that's a popcorn bucket.
Popcorn bucket, yeah.
Because I know you got me there. I got the same one. But I have that one too. Yeah. I know
the Moana coconut's pretty cool too.
I know I wanted to get that. Although, if you go see Nosferatu, I know they have a sarcophagus popcorn bucket.
Really? I was just at the movie theater. Stay in Sonic for the second time. My
sister showed me.
Yeah, that's gonna be early tomorrow afternoon. I'm hitting up Nosferatu.
Yeah. Go see it. I did want the what is it like? I forgot what they're called. But I wanted a little coconut dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, all my popcorn buckets are like right above this top shelf here, so you can't see them. But,
yeah. To answer your question, Victor, first and foremost, what's going on, buddy? Yes, I did just read that about the script problems for Spider-Man 4.
I did not.
Hopefully, it results.
What did you read? What did you read, B?
I just skimmed it. I just skimmed it just a few minutes ago that it was having script problems. Read what exactly was going on, but yeah, I guess let me pull it up. What I read is, there's a they just haven't finalized a shooting draft yet, and with No Way Home setting the standard so high, they've kind of felt the pressure to step the game up, but they're kind of vague about it based on what I read.
Because the last thing I heard was
something
that they
different out there, but
they had all three Spider-Men are going to be in it. Daredevil's going to be in it. Mm-hmm. Mephisto's going to be in it. Like they're throwing everyone. Yeah, it's crazy.
Why?
It's crazy the stuff I was reading.
That sounds I don't know. So stupid.
That sounds so what we want.
Stupid.
We just want a street level Spider-Man.
Just give it a street level.
But the reason why, so what they're doing is Mephisto, because they're going to do the One More Day comic run, right? Mm-hmm. The end of the movie is going to be One More Day. It might even be called Spider-Man One More Day.
Yeah.
So, and then they're going to be multiversal because it's going to be after Doomsday. So that's probably going to be in a battle universe instead of battle world. Mm-hmm. That everything's going to be in the same universe. Mm-hmm. And then so Andrew and but all three Toby. Of those Spider-Man, Toby, we're all going to be come to the same planet. They're going to be dealing with a lot of different things, and Mephisto's going to apparently give them an option. Do you want to go back to the way it used to be? And he's going to take the deal.
That's
because he misses MJ that much, he misses Ned that much, and all that stuff. So that's going to be, that's kind of what they said they're going. So I didn't hear about a script problem because I know that they know that Sony and Marvel are both really in on it, and apparently Sony will not let it go away without getting Venom in. That was the big holdup. They want Venom in it.
Yeah, and That's not gonna happen. Not anymore. After especially after the bullshit that the CEO of Sony right now is like, oh, it's the critics' fault that it didn't do well. I was like, no. And then the CEO, he's on his way out anyway. He's almost done. So yeah.
Daniel RPK is saying that Tom Hardy's Venom will be in it.
I doubt it.
I was
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about
because
all that.
they're also putting in Noel at the end of the movie.
I doubt that too.
This is ridiculous.
I think the Sony verse as we know it is dead. It's not official, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's dead, it's dead." It's like they don't have anything in production, but I think they don't have anything in production because they don't have any plans. And it would make sense why the script is having a lot of problems because Sony was tinkering with it so much. And now everything is failing, and I can imagine being Kevin Feige and hearing, "Oh, we want to put Nolan in it." Well, no fucking flopped. Like no one cared about it. Like, "Oh, we're gonna put this in it." No one cares about this. Is this Kevin Feige keep telling you? I'm like, no one cares about your shit. Stop making me put it in. Like,
it isn't. But let me read this. Is exactly where it came from. Daniel RPK says it seems like they're still trying to figure out what the right thing is. A number of rumors related to the story have been doing the rounds, and of all of them to be believed, we'll be seeing Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield as the Wildcards joining forces with Venom, Ghost Rider, Black Cat, Daredevil, and Punisher to face off against Mephisto, Vulture, Null, and an army of symbiotes.
Oh, go to hell! That sounds so stupid.
That's just shoot me now because this is like
they're saying they're like going down. That's why they're having script problems. Because how do you do all that? How the F do you do all that? It's
seriously.
I'm talking about Superman having too much crap, right? That's just a shit show.
Yeah, no. I think that Sony. Oh, excuse me. Sorry if I keep drinking water. I have really bad acid reflux for the past couple of days, or if I cough a lot. But yeah, that sounds bad. And it sounds like Sony trying to grasp for whatever they can. You know, they're like, "Oh, we'll put this in it. We'll do that. We're gonna put that," and it's like, no. And and I can imagine Kevin Feige just sitting there like, no. Like, we're not going to do any of this stuff because it all sucks. Like, all of it sucks. It's profitable for you as Sony. Us over here who make billions of dollars, granted, I haven't done it in a while, but still, that's the standard, is $1 billion. Kevin Feige don't want any of that trash.
The problem is that Kevin Feige might believe that he could fix it because these are not trash characters. It was a trash movie.
Movies.
Don't get me wrong. Noel is cold as shit. Right?
Yeah,
Venom is amazing. Yeah. All those people that we just talked about make sense if you could do it right. The problem is it was done so wrong before. And I don't know if I want Tom Hardy's Venom at all in my movie because it's just a negative feeling I get from it. Nolan wasn't in the movie long enough for me to be upset about it either way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want Venom. I don't need Punisher along with it. It's like you try to merge two movies. They were going to go the Daredevil, Punisher, Black Cat route, right? That's where they were going to go. Now they want to merge it with all the other multiversal stuff. That's a lot. That's just a lot.
Yeah. And you're talking about Mephisto, which I think we're supposed to get a Mephisto in the Riri Ironheart show. We're supposed to, but it's not until we do, I won't say we got him. But that's still we don't know who's playing him. Then you're talking about Ghost Rider, and you're like all this crazy stuff. It's way too much, man. It's bad. Yeah, even Mama Bear, I don't believe that. That's and I'm not saying Daniel RPK, he's pretty solid with his leaks. They're not all.
No, he's the best out of all the leakers. He's better than My Time to Shine. Hello.
My Time to Shine kind of sucks lately.
he's been hitting all the stuff out of the park. He's the one that told our Robert Downey Jr. is going to be coming back. He's been hitting them, but there's no way you can put all those people in the same movie.
Yeah.
But what they want is what they said was they want Spider-Man to feel more like Deadpool, Wolverine, but that's an ensemble type of movie. Because they don't understand that Spider-Man is the greatest Marvel character they got, right? So
yeah,
why not just have a standalone movie with just Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man gets a bad guy.
Yeah,
It works.
yeah.
Oh,
Spider-Man, go big or go home. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just give up, please. Give the Disney rights. I mean, it's not even that. It's like work with Disney. Like actually work with Disney and set up a cool universe where you could have the Spider-Man thing and Spider-Man just bounces back and forth between what's going on with his villains with the Sony verse, and then he's also getting to play with the Avengers.
Yeah, they're making this a lot more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I think they want to outdo Marvel, and I don't. Obviously, they're not doing it. It's too much.
No, so the script was apparently done, and Tom Holland likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Tom Holland likes it, and Feige said, "F that." He's rewriting the whole thing. How can you rewrite the whole thing if it goes into production soon? How can you do the whole thing? I don't know.
I know.
See, I'm changing everything. How?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I know he said he read it and Zendaya read it, and they both liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they both said it like publicly, but yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I trust Feige. I'm just gonna say that if Feige says it's not good, then I'm gonna believe it's not good.
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, he's already. I mean, we haven't seen Daredevil yet, but from everything we've seen so far with the trailers and leaks and stuff like that, it looks good. And remember, he came in after he kind of regained his power after the Chapek era, and got rid of all the middle management. He came in as like, stop, all of it, erase all of it. Like we're starting fresh, and
he didn't really start fresh. He just knew exactly what to do. Yeah, what you're about to say. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, he knew what to do. He's like, why are we not bringing back the characters that people love? Why are we not bringing back the characters that other characters are saying? These actors are saying like, we need them in the show. Like they're part of the
Netflix
characters.
knew what the hell they were doing. So why are we trying to redo it? Like, Netflix is right.
Yeah, let Feige cook. Exactly. I mean, they're not all going to be great. He's not like perfect, but if I had to bet money on a movie being good that Kevin Feige does, I'm probably make that bet. Yeah.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah. And Victor said, someone from Sony talked about the possibility of having their own Spider-Man, maybe Miles Morales, or having Tom on Marvel's side and having Tom. Yeah, which is not bad.
They also talked about having one of the other guys, like Garfield, stay there.
Come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Feige's apparently, I'm reading all these messages that said Feige is pretty upset about Kraven because he had the perfect storyline and you effed it up. That's what they're saying. He's really upset about the Kraven.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then today the CEO of Sony came out and started blaming the critics that the movie is good. All these movies are good. The critics just suck. They just hate us for whatever reason. And it was like, bro, no, your movie sucked, man. I'm sorry, like
I don't think it was a good movie, but I do think all their previous bad movies made people hate this movie a lot more than it deserved to be hated. Like it's bad. It's just not as awful as everything. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's good, but it's not as bad as everyone's saying. Like it's the worst movie ever. No, Madam Web's the worst movie ever.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's not Madam Web.
Man, it's better. It's better. Like for me, like it's probably better than Venom 2.
I have it better than Venom 2. I have it better than let's say Madam Web. I have better than what's the
Morbius.
So I mean, it tells you
it's though.
It's in the middle.
I mean, it really is.
It really. I mean,
yeah. But like Sony, it sucks because like Venom 1 is like the best thing that they have done. I don't like it, but it is out of all of them, it's the best thing. And then everything else is just trash, you know. So it's like, you know, like,
I think Carnage, what they did to Carnage is cringeworthy. Carnage is a cool ass character.
You know, I almost like him more than Venom.
Yeah,
people love Carnage. Yeah.
You know, and he has some of the coolest storylines and all that, and they just effed it up.
Totally. Just, hold that thought. I want to go get a glass of water.
Yeah.
Beer pack.
Yeah. I was. I'm trying to think of like what else they really is. So you can say it's in the middle, but it's also like it's in the middle of all the rest of the trash. You know, so it's like because it's like Venom, and then everything else is just.
If it came out by itself, people would have been like, "Yeah,
maybe
it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just blah." You know, that's what people say. But the problem is, it's come out after all this other crap, right? Like if you go crap, and then another one, you can see it come down. People were saying it's crap before they even saw it. You walking into the theater thinking this is gonna be crap. You know, if you're going there thinking it's going to be good, and it wasn't that bad. You know, it's just how it is.
Yeah, I agree. But but also like the CEO, like you need to be able to understand if something sucks, man. Like if it's not good, then it's not good. Like we just talked about Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige came in is like this Daredevil movie is trash or show is trash. We're gonna restart it. You know what I mean? Like you need to be able to be like, hey, like, and that's part of being the boss. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, like for you, if like people were start making like just this shit burger, you know, it's like undercooked, the bun's fucking rusty. You're not gonna come in as like, you know, and you're just like, hey, we need, you know, this is bad, you know, and then you figure out why it was bad and then fix it. You're not gonna go to the customer and be like, no, your taste buds suck. You don't know what a burger is. You know what I mean? Like that's not how it works, man. You know, it's like it's just it's annoying. It's annoying, you know.
What up, Ty?
Yeah, what's up, Ty? You know,
no,
it's super annoying. It's super annoying. It's super frustrating to hear stuff like that, you know.
No, but what it is you're looking at the bottom line. So we have a guy who has nothing to do with the actual making of the movie. I'm just going to run a company. He's just thinking about the money. He's like, okay, well, I'm already pot committed. I'm not worried about it. So if it's good or bad, I just need to throw crap against the wall, and some people are going to like it just because.
Yeah.
But then now Sony's getting pissed off that no one's liking their crap.
Yeah, like we're Marvel too. Why don't you like us? I was like, shut up. Yeah, give Jeff the land shark. Well, now with the game, with the Marvel Rivals, just completely going crazy. People are finding out about Jeff the land shark. So I'm like, nice.
Been kind of considering playing that.
Yeah. It's I'm sorry if you love the game. It is a cool game. I played a little bit of it. It's Overwatch. It's Overwatch.
It is
with a Marvel skin,
with a gimmick, right?
Yeah, you know, and I'm not complaining. I love Overwatch. You know, but it's just Overwatch with a Marvel skin. So, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing because they are doing it better than Overwatch.
Because, people gonna love playing this. It's a fun thing. I mean, they're gonna love.
Like you get to play as you get to play as Wolverine. And I believe if you're the Hulk, you literally grab Wolverine and you can chuck him. And I was like, how epic is that?
Like the fastball special from the comics.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's amazing. It's amazing. So it is a fun game, but yeah. I think the cute little coconut dude is Kakamora. Yes.
Kakamora, yeah.
Yes. I'm like, I know it's like Kaka something. I was like,
it's Kaka.
Yeah. It's just yeah. Genji wish he could move like Black Panther. Yeah, I mean, even the way everything, their hitboxes, it is 100% rip off of Overwatch. So I don't know who quit Overwatch and went over to Marvel. Like, I got a game for you. Did you all watch Silo tonight?
So I've already watched the first like half an hour. So I'm gonna watch the next, and then I'm gonna do my screenshots of all the show. So it takes like days to prepare the stuff for Saturday. So I watch it early, and then I watch it again.
Did it come out already?
Yeah, it came out today, 26.
Oh, I always forget that it. I always get the days mixed up because I'm thinking it's Fridays that it's out.
Yeah, it is. Friday. It is Friday, but this came out the 26th.
Oh, okay. Damn, I did not know that. I have to watch it with my girlfriend now. Otherwise, she might kill me. So, so tomorrow after we put the kids to bed, we watch Silo.
Yeah. So I try to watch it early. I try to put all the stuff together so we can figure out what things we have to talk about. So to make sure that stays on task, so we're not here for 3 hours.
Yeah. 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 Oh man. Hawkeye's infinite arrows while Storm has to reload to win. I haven't played that much to know stuff like that, but that is funny. That's stupid.
That's what they'll do in MCU too. I'm telling you, that's what they'll do.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. So Silhouette said, been watching the new Paramount Plus show with Billy Bob Thornton called Landman. He's great in it. As for the rest of that service, said that Paramount Plus took off my childhood nostalgia shows like Doug. Paramount Plus is pretty good though. I didn't know they took off some shows like that.
But Doug is one of my favorite things. Patty Mayonnaise was my first crush. Fine. I was like, let's go, Patty Mayonnaise. Let's go.
But I think I really want to watch Landman because I've been getting a lot of clips of the show, and I was like, "What is this? This is kind of crazy. It's like a oil field thing. So it looks cool. It looks cool for sure. And tax write-offs. Oh, Paramount is doing the IMAX budget cuts and tax write-offs. It makes sense. Paramount's in a lot of trouble though.
So I used to love Paramount for so many things, but they got rid of Evil. How many times can I watch Star Trek every day? But I mean, really, besides me, who else is going to watch Star Trek every day?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, that does suck. I didn't know they were doing that. Yeah.
Well, the original it's not there.
Was that Elizabeth? Was that
Debicki?
His Gunn's friend. She's 6'2". Would she make a good Wonder Woman? Who is she? Let me look her up.
She you've seen her. She was Aisha in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and 3.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Murder at the End of the World. She was
Murder
in
at the End of the World.
What's that?
Widows.
What's the Crown? The Crown.
The Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Crown.
Yeah. She was in Man from
Uncle. She was in Tenet. Oh, she was awesome in Tenet. She was the wife.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. She as Wonder Woman.
She's got the height and the bone structure. She's got the facial features.
Yeah. She's
dye hair black.
Yeah. Dye hair black. Man, maybe, man.
Is she too big?
34, so she's right in the same age range as Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat is the first one that's perfect because he's 6'4", so her being 6'3" kind of works.
Yeah.
But can she be that much bigger than Batman? Who's going to be Batman? I don't know how many. Unless who are you going to get that's going to be that tall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that makes sense. Because you have Superman and who's basically a god. Then you have Wonder Woman who's basically a god, and then a dude in a black outfit. So it would be cool if they were both not towering over him, but taller. I think that'd be kind of cool.
My favorite Batman is still the biggest is Ben Affleck. I think he's the one who looks the part the best. So
yeah, I do like that.
Yes,
I like that.
I want him to be at least 6'2", 6'3", and be able to be agile, but also be able to be brooding too. Like that, I need a little bit of both for that.
Yeah, trying to see if there's any pictures of her with dark hair, because everything she's in is
blonde. She's usually blonde.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I forgot she was that. I forgot, all the stuff she was in. So she blends in really well with the character. She was Princess Diana in The Crown, so yeah, I was like, she was in The Crown. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm looking at the pictures. Yeah, everyone wants Alexandria Daddario, and after the
Right
other
here.
thing is like,
It's dark hair.
is that her?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, man.
They Photoshop that hair on her. It looks almost Photoshopped.
It almost looks
it looks fake. I think that is Photoshop.
But
no, it's her.
I'd be fine with it.
I have two pictures. Yeah, that's definitely one too. Yeah,
I'm cool with you.
The only other, well, not the only other, but another person that I could kind of see from a physical standpoint, and I like the actress. Why is her name escaping me now?
Wow.
No, scratch that. Never mind.
No,
I was going to say.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Nina Dobrev from Vampire Diaries, but the more I think of it, I could see her as Zatanna or something like that.
Yeah. She might work. She's 5'7", 35, so we're on the same age.
I mean, I think to be Wonder Woman, between 5'8" and 6 feet tall works.
Yeah. Got to kind of have that statuesque look, because I think Gal Gadot was like 5'10", 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also, I mean, this Elizabeth, she has like 2-time Emmy nominee. I don't know if she won any awards, but she's been in like movies, like good movies, so she can act. Yeah. So I would not mind that. Especially after seeing that picture. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I like that.
And
then having her that naturally tall already.
Yeah, that kind of statuesque.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
I like how it looks. Yeah, I'm looking at the outfit, and I think it could look really well. She has that. Yeah, she has that look.
Yeah. How tall was Robert Pattinson's Batman? Well, how tall is Robert Pattinson? Robert Pattinson is 6'1".
Yeah, it's like he's
not too bad. That's not too bad. He's just a couple inches short, so it's not like
no. But with the ears, he's
6'3"
with the ears. You're good.
Just make them extra longer. There's a cartoon, one of the comic books where he has like crazy long pointy ears. Do that. Also, I know Brandon Davis, if he's still in chat, I know he's not a big fan of Robert Pattinson. I am pretty interested in that Mickey 17. That looks really, really interesting. That looks really interesting.
I think he's
agree.
A great actor, so.
What was that?
I think he's a great actor, so I just can't.
Yeah, he really is, man. He really is.
I'm not gonna be mad at him because of Twilight. You're good, bro.
Yeah, totally.
The Evil's on Netflix now. There you go.
Yeah, so I've watched every episode of Evil. I love Evil. I would have watched another whatever. It's right in my wheelhouse if I like supernatural, evil. It just works really well for me.
Yeah. You don't think she has to gain some muscles? Yeah, but that's
Corn Sweat gained 40 pounds of muscle. She only got to gain like 10, 15.
Yeah, and even
Gal
Gadot, put on it's not like she was a bodybuilder, but she put on lean muscle, so I'm not worried about that part at all.
Yeah. I mean, a great example is look at Kumail Nanjiani. He didn't even need to get jacked. There's no reason. He was he was never gonna take his shirt off. He just got jacked because he's like, "Hey, you're a superhero." He's like, "Okay," and then 12-pack later.
No, he just likes doing it though.
Now he likes doing it. Now I think he's addicted to it because he won't stop doing it. But but going from just a normal dude to the guy's pretty jacked now.
I think Corn Sweat is the perfect example of it because he literally gained 45 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, just all working out.
6'4", 240.
Yeah.
I was like, you 190 pounds before last time I saw you. Right? 6'4", 240 is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, gaining muscle is not too hard, man. Oh, I would say it's not too hard when you're an actor.
When you have someone there to tell you exactly what to do, it's not that hard.
You have a personal trainer that tells you exactly what to do, what to eat. You have a cook that cooks exactly what you need to eat. So yeah, you have an assistant that tells you when to eat. So yeah, I'll be a freaking super jacked if that was my job too.
I don't know if I had all that, I would be a monster. I would be a problem for real.
Meanwhile, Brandman's here like, yo,
I
do it all myself.
I try.
Say, I was at the gym today. I actually hit 4 plays to the quarter for 3. So on bench, and I was like, but if I had like a personal trainer spit in my face, that would be amazing.
So if
watching how you eat right,
do it. Yeah.
If my job was to work out, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, right. a great example is Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. Like when they're like, "Hey, be Wolverine," he's like, "Okay." A year later, the dude is just like,
ripped.
Insane. But he just worked out like crazy.
Yeah,
he works out, but then he also dehydrates himself before he goes.
Yeah,
all of his.
Yeah, I know him and who is it, Hemsworth. They were talking about that, about like when they do a scene and like when they have no shirt on, like how dehydrated they get and how like insanely sick they get afterward after that scene.
That's not for me.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do that
because it's not like, oh, you don't drink for an hour. You don't drink water for days. It's like 3 days. Like you reduce your water to like a few ounces, which is insane. So yeah. So once they're done with that scene where they're just like super jacked and ripped, it's like you start drinking water again, you get sick. Start getting sick, and then your body's already kind of over it because it's eating itself. It's so bad. It's really bad. People think, oh yeah, whatever. Like, no, it's really, really bad. Do this, and then we'll get on to some of our main topics. Kevin said Warner Brothers has original films in 2025. F1 looks awesome. Companion, I forgot which one that one is.
That's the one with Jack Quaid, where like the woman in the trailer like burns her hand over the handle.
Yes, that looks interesting. I want more. The Bride, another one I can't think of what it was. I can't think of the Bride. Mickey 17 looks good. Sinners looks good. Moderate success would be The Conjuring, Mortal Kombat. Conjuring's always going to do well because it just has a following, and Mortal Kombat. I think the first one did well enough where I think people are gonna go back and watch it again.
And I still watched the first one. It had a lot of elements that I liked. I had fun with it. Like I said, I just didn't think it needed that Cole character much as I like Louis Tam. But other than that, I enjoyed it. There were, I think if they kind of relegate the character of Cole, because I know he's going to be back in it. And just kind of do more with the martial arts sequences. I hear there's supposed to be like a ton of fights in this one.
Yeah.
I think it'll still be entertaining.
Yeah. And then we get Johnny Cage. We get Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. That's gonna be epic. I cannot.
That's gonna be interesting to see him as Cage. Yeah. He's not who I would have went with, but I've never seen a Carl Urban performance I didn't like. So
yeah. So The Bride looks interesting. It's Frankenstein.
That's the Bride. Frankenstein. Yeah, it's Frankenstein.
Christian Bale, Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Yeah, Skarsgård, Penelope Cruz, and Jesse Buckley is the Bride of Frankenstein.
Maggie Gyllenhaal's directing it, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, that looks good. Warner Brothers, that's not bad. That's not bad. I know that's not all their movies, obviously, but they all sound good. For sure, they all look good too. But Warner Brothers is definitely as much as we hated what they did with some of the things with canceling Batgirl and blah 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 and this and that. I think they're past that phase of getting rid of everything that everyone hated about. Because they're at the acquiring stage and building stage, you know. So now hopefully if they start seeing some profit, then we can start seeing some cool stuff from them again. But it just sucks that they got rid of so much cool stuff. I'm so upset with the Cartoon Network stuff. So,
oh man, you're telling me.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
Yeah. So Kelvin Momoa complained about the dehydration too. Yeah.
Because Momoa went before he decided I don't care anymore.
Yeah, Momoa's out there living his best life.
Yeah, he's like, hey, well, you know, dad bod, whatever, let's go.
Yep, yeah.
Even his dad bod is still like a good, like solid 4-pack. You know,
yeah.
Like...
dude is out there living his best life. I'm not even mad at him.
Yeah, I hate that he's.
I don't know what a 4-pack is, but I'm gonna say okay.
You only got the top 4, but you still got the little pudge, you know, right in your little fupa area. You know,
well,
it's there, but it's not right there. But you know, that's his dad bod. It's like
that's today. That's me now.
It's like if Momoa were to like eat clean for one day and like do a few sit-ups, it's like the last 2 abs pop out.
Not anymore. No, not anymore. Not more now.
Really? I haven't seen him.
He's doing whatever the hell he want to do. That's what he's doing. He's like, if I want to eat cake, I'll eat cake. That's what he's doing.
Well, like somebody I asked him was like, "Oh, what's your workout regimen?" He goes, "I lift heavy and eat meat." I was like, "Bro, if you weren't so cool, that'd be like the douchiest thing in the world."
But that's probably exactly what he does.
That's exactly what he does. He's probably not even lying. Yeah, he rides like old motorcycles. And I was like, I hated that you're so cool, dude. It sucks. All right. I didn't even watch the Bears lose.
Oh, I saw it.
Did they lose? My phone died, so
6-3. Driving down the field.
They still couldn't score.
No. And it's funny because they called back the interception. It was a pick. No, it was a fumble for a touchdown. They called it back because his knee was down on the ground before he started running, and yeah, they could have won the game. And Caleb Williams sucks officially. I don't like you.
Yeah. Ugh. So aggravating. All right, dude. There you go. Bears with the Rams now. Yep. I said it's Momoa. He has an adorable energy of axe throwing golden retriever.
That is perfect. I agree.
That's exactly what he is. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? So we still got Dune we didn't talk about. Mufasa, Sonic, Skeleton Crew.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to unpack tonight, right?
Yeah. And it's already 11 o'clock. So
I know it's already 11.
Holy shit, it is already 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We have some technical issues and stuff like that. So
yeah.
All right. You want to do the good one or the bad one first? Sonic or Mufasa?
Get Mufasa out the way.
Mufasa out the way.
Because I gotta tell you the truth about Sonic.
What's
the
true?
First half an hour, I fell asleep.
Huh.
The rest of the movie was great. That first half an hour, I fell asleep.
Wrong.
Because nothing, I knew what was going on. But we'll talk about it. It's fine.
Let me pull up my. So if you follow me on Letterboxd, I wanted to write a few reviews. So I wrote one for Sonic, I wrote one for Moana, and I wrote one for Mufasa. And I think I have a good little way I do it now. So I was like, came out pretty good. At least I thought so. So I wanted to bring up my review so I can kind of have my talking points. All right. You guys good? Let's do it.
No, I'm ready. You know, I've been upset for a long time now.
Been wanting to talk about it. Vent. All right. Let's talk about Mufasa. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brandman, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to review Mufasa, the Lion King, the prequel to the live action, quote unquote, from 2019, I believe. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we get most of the old school cast back, plus Barry Jenkins directing. I know Aaron Pierre is Mufasa, and I can't remember who was Scar.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, who played the younger Scar, Taka. Well, that Scar's real name, Taka. But we're gonna get to our review, our ratings, or whether we give it a now, later, never. Talk about some of our likes, our dislikes, and all that stuff. Before we get into that, Brian, you got a breakdown of what this one is about.
I sure do.
All right.
If I had it up again, so I went away from it. All right. Lost and alone, orphan cub Mufasa meets a sympathetic lion named Taka, the heir to a royal bloodline. The chance meeting sets in motion an expansive journey of an extraordinary group of misfits searching for their destinies.
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we'll start with Brandman. What are some things you liked about Mufasa?
In comparison to the first one, the CG was an improvement. I think the animals were a little more expressive this time. So I didn't really feel like I was watching a Discovery Channel documentary this time. I guess directing wise, it was competently directed. I think the framing device worked with how it was told, in flashback, and how they periodically switch between present day and then the past. I thought that worked. Pretty good showcase of vocal talent by Aaron Pierre in particular. I think I give it points for as far as these live action, even though I don't really feel comfortable calling it a live action remake because it's just better
fancy.
better animation.
Yeah, it's fancy animation.
It at least attempted something new in comparison to some of the other like word for word remakes, and I think that was mostly it for me. Those are the things that worked for me.
Okay. What about you, Brian? What you like about it?
The music, the casting. Like, I like the people that did it. I think they acted well. I think it was directed well. So I don't think that was the issue at all at the movie. So I think they did competent job with all of it for what they had. But that's where I'm going to leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then for me, I would say the all the voice actors I thought did a pretty good job. Most of them. At least the main characters, I would say. Aaron Pierre and Calvin Harrison Jr. was Scar.
Calvin Harrison Jr.
Scar. So that was your two main guys. So they did a good job, whether it be with the singing and just voice acting in general. That was good. It looked cool, which going off what Brandman said, with them having more emotion this time around, more that facial kind of just emotion was what I wanted, and we got it. Still wasn't like fully animated like the cartoon, but way more than what that 2019 live action one was. And then the kind of the technical stuff, it looked really cool. Like it looked like they were there in Africa. Like, it was like crazy, like how gorgeous everything was, and everything was CGI, whether it be the animals, the area, everything. This is like all CGI. So and it looked really, really cool. A little too real, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But for the most part, it looked really, really amazing, like visually amazing. But yeah, it's pretty much all I have for the good right there. So we'll jump right into the negatives because I think there's a lot more negatives we have with this. Brandman, what didn't you like about Mufasa?
This was a very, and this seems to be a trend this year with a lot of franchises and IPs. This was just a very unnecessary movie. It didn't need to be made. It was even more unnecessary than the unnecessary remake. It didn't have a distinct directorial feel to it. And I think we even talked about this beforehand, but I kind of feel like it betrayed some of the previous lore. I've been under the impression that Mufasa came from royalty. And at least his father was a king. And this just really kind of contradicted that. We were previously, if I remember correctly, even in the remake, even though I've really only watched it all the way through once or twice, but I think they even mentioned that in the remake, or alluded to his father being a king. So I think it kind of contradicted that. And I thought I thought it really tried to like coast on the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda did the music. I think it kind of used that as a crutch in terms of trying to sell the movie. And I thought the music was kind of hit or miss. This time there was some stuff that really worked for me music wise, and then other stuff that just didn't. But really, it just kind of committed the cardinal sin of being very unnecessary and not having a voice. It felt very studio manufactured, which I think was probably the worst crime that it committed.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. I didn't even think about that's exactly how it feels. Okay. Anything else?
That's it on my end. I don't want to try to steal any. I don't want to steal
There's
anything
more, right?
that you guys may have to say. So I'll cut it there.
Okay. What about you, Brian?
See,
unroll the notepad.
I had a couple of issues, just a couple. First of all, I thought that this could have been a cool movie. If you were stuck to the lore. This is a perfect example of not understanding the lore that you created yourself. You told us what this is about. I think I messaged everybody. I said, Mufasa looks at Simba. Simba says to Mufasa, "Hey, Dad, we're pals, right? Right." And he says, "We're always going to be together, right?" And he says, "Simba, let me tell you something that my father once told me. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from these stars. So whenever you're alone, you can look to the stars for guidance, and look for them, and you also me too." So saying that when kings die, they go to these stars, insinuating that his father was a king, right? Insinuating that he's coming from a long lineage of kings. It's the prodigal son. That's what the story of Lion King is. Going back and then being afraid to step into your father's footsteps, right? And realizing that you're that man now. You can do that. Like, it's leaving and coming back. That's what the whole point is. We lost that by saying he was born from a commoner. It didn't even make sense because his name's Mufasa, which means king. And then Taka, the one who's from lineage that's going to be king, was like garbage. So it makes no sense at all. Okay, so that really in itself bothered me. Like, you didn't understand the movie the way it's supposed to be. Understand what the story was about. And I thought that was the same thing that Lion King 1 did, but at least they understood what Mufasa was. And you just try to remake it, so they didn't have a story, so they just try to remake the lore. That makes no sense. And that bothered me to no end. I think the script was just soulless because it didn't have the soul. The soul is that key. the understanding that he's always been a king, he's always been this presence, you missed it. Him being, it's not okay. It's okay to be unsure of yourself, but to not think you are worth and then pretend like you have that with your son. You could have said, I've had the same problem if that was the way you were going to go.
Yeah.
But instead, you were trying to say, like, no, let me show you how to do it. This is what I've always been. I hate that idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, and then showing how Taka or Scar saved Mufasa's life all those times, right? just if you only just about the movie, he saved his life. And if your brother tells you, I don't care if one of you guys, we were hanging out, one of you guys say, I like this girl, no matter what my connection with that girl was, there will be no more connection with that girl.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really my brother, right? I would totally give it up. Not even a question. I'm no longer even looking at you like that. And she came to me that way. I will say, hey, no, you're going to be with him, or you that's your choice, but I'm out of it because that's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So he just showed like poor qualities within who Mufasa was the entire time. He saved your life, and you can't go away from her. Like I hated the idea that he was doing that. He showed that he didn't have any of the skills that he showed, or any of the goals, or any of those great character things about him that we saw from the first movie. Think about when you hear Mufasa, all of that was just gone, and it stripped it of him. And I did not like it. I didn't like it at all. And I don't want to say like the movie wasn't done well. The movie was done well. I just don't think the movie understood what it was supposed to be about and lost its soul.
Yeah, the story was bad. The story was bad.
So
yeah. Okay.
Still, man.
Anything else? Yeah. You know, and I agree with both of the Brandman and Brian. It's just, you know, whether it be unnecessary, bad story. Oh my God. Because I watched this and I didn't see it with my girlfriend, you know, couldn't see it together. So I told her about it and she's like, I'm so glad I didn't see this, because it was just like you ruined who this character was, you know. And for me, my biggest letdown was Barry Jenkins, the director. He directed Moonlight, amazing movie. He directed If Beale Street Could Talk, another amazing movie. So I'm like, this guy knows how to tell stories. He knows how to do emotional, impactful stories. And for it being so tropey and so hollow and so like it doesn't take itself like serious. It's like, oh well, we said this, but now we're gonna change it, you know, or we did this, but now we're gonna change it, you know, and everything was like, so you had no other way to connect all these characters besides like, oh, they're all orphans. I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
that's
and
stupid. So
you know, I know when Barry Jenkins was being interviewed about the movie and saying how near and dear the original Lion King was to him and how important a job this was to him. At a certain point, you have to wonder, you have to ask yourself how genuine filmmakers are being, and you know, when they're just sucking up to the camera or reading something the studio told them to say, because that's, you know, it didn't have a voice of its own. It didn't really feel like a Barry Jenkins film. That's what I'm getting at when I say that it felt very studio manufactured. Yeah. And Barry Jenkins was brought on to help kind of sell the movie. Like it essentially felt like he was just a hired gun.
Yeah. Because I felt like duped, you know, like because I saw the trailers. I'm like, okay, and I hear him talking about it, and he's a great director. And like you said, he's just like a salesman, almost like a hired gun. Like he came in just to have his name on it and kind of promote it, which is it's what it felt. That's what it feels like, at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you know, even with some of the live action Disney remakes that I did like, you know, as much as I liked Aladdin, I'm not gonna pretend like it felt like a Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah.
You know? Or you know, like I liked the what's another one? There's so many of them. Holy crap.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, like
Movies.
I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna say it. Yeah, like Bill Condon directed that one, who did like Kinsey and Dreamgirls and stuff like that. I'm not even I'd have to go back and revisit it, but I'm not even entirely sure it felt like a Bill Condon film in comparison to some of his other stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
hard to do though, because it's a Disney classic. So putting your own spin on something like that changes. You have to change the story.
Mhm.
And these are stories. Most of the time, the older ones are stories that have been handed down from time to time. The other ones are people don't want you to really change the story because this is the story that meant something to them. So it's hard to do that in this type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I got to say, Aladdin's probably the best one.
Yeah.
Aladdin, the Jungle Book, and Aladdin changed a few things. The Jungle Book pretty much kept it right because you know what this damn story is. Don't mess it up. You know?
Yeah.
At some point in time, you're just trying not to get in the way. And I think that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. There have been a couple of the Disney remakes that have kind of slipped through the crack and did have a distinct narrative voice, like the one that actually kind of felt like, you know, was very influenced by the director and the kind of storyteller the director was the remake of Pete's Dragon, which David Lowery, who did
I don't remember the first one, so yeah, I got you.
I really enjoyed the first. I think the first movie. I think the original Pete's Dragon was like the first movie that I actually cried during.
Really? Okay.
But yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, the remake. The remake.
I know the remake was
I believe it was good, but I just didn't know like it's different because I have no idea what the story is. This is not one of those iconic characters. Like it's the story. This is what it is. You know, it's just I know I've had Pete's Dragon on VHS. I just don't remember it. You know, that way.
Didn't watch it. I didn't watch it like
over and over again. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I always forget about Pete's Dragon, but yeah.
Or Page Master. It'd be like something on that level. Like I only saw it like once or twice. You know, I definitely have it, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
Page Master is the greatest library commercial ever made.
It is.
Oh man, but yeah. Going back with this one, it's just, you know, that was my most upsetting. It was just like you had this great director and just told a horrible story, you know, filled with tropes and inconsistencies and just like boring at times, you know, but also like how it looks amazing, you know, as well. So it was like I just felt like they all went technical with no plot or no story, you know, and it was just like, you know, kind of sucks, you know.
But I like even Pierre as Mufasa. I liked him.
The voicing was great. I thought all the voice acting was really well done, you know, for the most part, except for Beyonce. Because damn, man, like she had 2 lines and she even murdered that.
Hey, where are line?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. Her lines were mercifully minimal in this, weren't they?
Yeah. You know, but I'll give credit to Blue Ivy. I thought Blue Ivy was adorable as the little cub. Super adorable. She was great, you know, and it felt like she's been doing this for a while. Like, super adorable, fit the character, you know, and you know, cute and curious and a little mischievous, like awesome, you know. But then,
fit it,
you know, and I guess she was like the main, not the main character, but the main, like the person being told the story. So she's the one like, asking the questions and, you know, bringing up the things and stuff like that. So, but the voice acting was great. The last thing I really thought was really bad was really the songs. I didn't like any of the songs. The Brothers was good, but you know, I went up listening to them on Spotify, and none of them really like hit. They were just kind of like,
I thought they were just, you know, just fine.
Yeah, I had no problem with them. They're fine.
Yeah,
I didn't care what the story, so it didn't matter if a song can't carry a story if I don't like the story.
Well, that too, but also I expect a level coming from Lin-Manuel, and this was by far some of his weakest stuff he's ever done. you know,
Mhm.
by far, and it wasn't good. Part of me was like, you should have went back to Moana. Like, I felt like that was your bread and butter. Like, you could have made some cool stuff there. Here, it was just like, I don't know, just everything just was not great. Brothers was okay, but like nothing was really good for me.
Mhm.
You know,
I thought it
the
was
music.
fine.
I
The music
I
was
didn't care for.
it was fine, but once again, the music and all the other movies, like, they make you feel something. So if it's a good movie, the music adds to it. I don't think the music can add to a bad movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And so if the plot's bad and the writing's bad and all that stuff, the music can't add to it. It just is like, well,
Well, that's why I was like, let me just listen to the music, and I listen to this to the music on Spotify. They're all on Spotify, and I was like, there's not like good, like because you can listen to like the first Moana, you can listen to like Hamilton, anything from Hamilton, like you can listen to his other songs he's done for movies, and you're like, damn, those are great, but this one is just like, yeah, not his best.
Do you think that so the movie not being good? So like Moana, I am like when you hear I am Moana, whatever, it also makes you reminds you of the movie. Like, it helps you visualize it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that in this movie that's going to help me visualize it. No matter what the music did, I can't visualize it. It's just, I think it's because of the movie itself. And it's funny because, I said that Sonic was going to win the weekend. Mufasa is going to win overall.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening now. I went to go see Sonic for the second time today, and Mufasa was already sold out. And people are walking out of the theater like, nah. Like, literally saying,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of the brothers already going viral on TikTok. Cool. It didn't really, like I said, that's probably the best song of the movie. And it's funny because that wasn't even Aaron Pierre. That was the younger version of Mufasa and Scar. So that was like the kids, doing that one. But that was probably the best one, and that's the one that they're pushing the most too, Disney. So it makes sense. It's going viral. They're kind of pushing that one the most. But yeah, because Beyonce was in this one too. I can guess why this was made. She was in it for like legit 2 lines. Yeah. She said like 2 lines.
It stuck out like a sore thumb. It really did.
It did. It really did. It really did.
It's like everyone was going with a scene. We having a conversation, and you hear one person say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Why? Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, they didn't inflict too many lines.
No, thank God.
On us, but the minimal line. It was funny that the minimal line she had. She had trouble cranking out.
It really did. It's towards the end of the film, like right at the end of the film, like the last like 5 minutes, if not less than that. But it stuck out. But 99% of the movie, she wasn't in it, and I thought the cast was really good. Rafiki was good. Even the guy they got for Zazu was good. Sarabi was good, but just everyone being an orphan. Because even Scar became an orphan.
Yep.
At one point. So legit, everyone. Rafiki was an orphan. He got kicked out of his group. Just it was. I was like, really? This is what we're doing? Like, the gathering of the orphans and stuff. So
I don't know what you're talking about. To me, it felt just like Wakanda Forever. Kill all the royal family.
Kill them all. Yeah.
They got merged them together to try to find someone else. I was so done.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of bad for me. A lot of bad. I think for all of us. So let's get into our ratings and then get here. All right. So we do a now, later, never rating system. Now means you go run, watch it right now. Later means you can wait till it's at home, and never means just skip it altogether. Start with Brandman. What you giving it?
I'll give this a never.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that from like a place of like of like I'm not even saying it from a place of hate or like even dislike this movie. I can't even in good conscience say that I disliked it because it was such a nothing of a movie that I don't even think it's worth disliking. But
Yeah.
it was just even more unneeded than its predecessor. And it just the best I can give it is that it stepped up its CG game in terms of making the animals more expressive. And it was a decent showcase of Aaron Pierre, who's up and coming. But it just none of this seemed worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got Never from Brandman. Brian, what you giving it?
Come on. Now, he said he's not saying it from a place of hate. I knew if they did this wrong, this was going to come from a place of hate because Lion King is my favorite movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing better. I got some Lion King sweatshirt right here. Like, at all times. This guy has something for Lion King. Yeah, I always have something there. I hated what they did. I didn't hate the movie as much as I hated what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me not even respect the movie. Because, you know, if it was just an okay movie, I'll say later. I'm not even going there. I'm saying never because I don't think anyone needs to be getting confused about what the Lion King is, what made it special, what made the actual play amazing, what the story was, and they forgot. And no one needs to go see this. I'm sure it's going to make $700 million and all of us should ask for refunds.
Yeah. I was debating whether this, but as I was describing this movie and giving the rundown to my girlfriend, my hatred for it started coming out. And I'm like, oh, this is definitely a never. Because I'm pretty much telling my girlfriend, you don't want to watch it. You know? And she's telling me, she goes, I'm glad I didn't watch this. So it's a never, man. It's just from the story, you know, like just everything was just kind of like blah, you know, besides it looking very, very pretty, that was it, man. You know, everything was just so hollow, you know, and Brandman said it perfectly. It felt like a manufactured studio kind of force sequel, you know. So like, hey, the last one made $1 billion. We have to make something else, but let's not continue a story. Let's go back and ruin another character, you know. So, you know, and and I'm agreeing with Brian. They ruined the character of Mufasa. They really did, you know. So, you know, and that's hard to do, you know. It's hard to do, you know. So yeah, definitely, it's a never. It's not good. Then we'll finish off with the Rotten Tomatoes scores. So the critics, 174 critics, gave it a 55%. That's technically rotten. And then the audience, over 2,500 verified users, 87%. So pretty high with the audience. So yeah, I don't know why. It may easily, pleased maybe. You know, maybe like my kid shut up for 2 hours. 10 out of 10. You know, it's like, I don't know, you know, maybe it could be, you know, so, you know, but yeah, 87% is kind of high for me. But then the more important thing, the thing that everyone, especially the studio execs, are going to look at is the numbers. So this came out domestically December 20th, so it's been out for about a full week now. You know, it's it's coming up to its second weekend.
Yep.
You know, it's coming up to its second weekend. Domestically, $64 million right now. Internationally, $133 million. So right now it's sitting at 197 million. So yeah, Brian's saying it's gonna hit about 700. That's probably, I think, where it's gonna go.
It's on its way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's gonna make that money.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Sonic absolutely decimate it, but you know, it with, you know, it's got the Disney name, the Disney name. That's enough to sell it.
Even with what Sonic did, even domestically, how it's outdoing it, it's only $20 million ahead. So having the extra $130 million, it's
Yeah.
And it's catching up. Every day, more people are going to see Mufasa than they're going to see Sonic. And that's what's going to happen during this time because there's more families out there. There's a lot of people that are fans of the Sonic franchise, but more families are going to go see Mufasa, the Lion King.
Yeah, like you said, it has a recognizable IP with the Lion King.
Yeah, and
Disney logo.
As much as people trash talk Disney, that doesn't change the fact that people still pay through the nose for them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so yeah, that's our thoughts, our review for Mufasa. Yeah, it just did not hit, man. This might be one of my least favorite movies of the year. Not the worst movie of the year, but definitely down there with it.
But what you said, least favorite, that was
least favorite.
Perfect.
Yeah. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about Mufasa. How'd you like it? Did you hate it? Anything in between? Leave your comment. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us with this movie review. And if you are in the live chat right now, stick around because we're going to get into all of your guys' comments. All right. We got go through some of the comments real quick and then we'll get into Sonic. Yeah, there's like just a couple issues and then CBS receipt pulls out. Yeah. Jorge said most interesting thing is that Mufasa is having better legs domestically than Sonic. It had a strong performance on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Yeah. It's still under Sonic because Sonic had an amazing opening weekend.
Yeah, but it's going to catch up because every day, kids are being out and families are going to be together, and even going New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. It's going by the time we get to like next Friday, I think Mufasa will beat Sonic domestically.
Domestically, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, by like Monday, Monday over the weekend. I know you delete that one. It said, I understand y'all want good storytelling. People doesn't want no form of diversity and inclusion in Disney right now. I mean, but it's like hard. Like the whole story is in Africa, but it's about lions. But most, I think, if not all the casts,
it's almost all black.
Or all, yeah.
It's like
pretty much
almost all black. That's just what true.
I think Zazu was the only white character.
Zazu, Timon and
Pumbaa. Well, out of the new guys, I think it was just Zazu, right? And then you get all your original cast back. But yeah. So yeah, but there's always those people that just hate Disney is like because they're doing this or they're doing that. But
I think it was fine with it, as far as diversity and all those things. I think that was fine. Yeah.
Cruella is my favorite remake.
Can you call that a remake?
Yeah, it's definitely a prequel.
It was good. That was.
I liked it. I didn't like that they made Cruella a good guy. But
yeah, I don't really like that with villains. Her name really her name literally like is a play on cruel devil.
Yeah.
So I don't really like. I don't like when they give the villains who we know as villains this. Oh, they're not so bad storyline or backstory. They did the same thing with Maleficent, and her name is literally a play on malice or malicious.
Yeah,
it's just it's such a bitch move. It's such a cowardly move.
I hear you. I actually like Maleficent though.
I did not like. I liked Angelina Jolie as Maleficent. The movie itself, I wasn't a big.
Because she still killed people. She still did. She still did stuff. She still didn't like the humans for 40 years of her time. Like she did stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Because what you think is going to happen with Wicked? It's the same thing. The Wicked's going to be the same thing, man. Like misunderstood.
Yeah, misunderstood.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I'll let Wicked slide because it did kind of try to do its own thing, but
I don't mind that in so Maleficent, because I think it did point as that people are evil, and that's true. So everyone, it's always come from your perception of who someone else is. So people in themselves are evil. We gave her the name of this, like we did this. So that's why it's all about perspective. So that's why I could deal with in those things. Now, when you're talking about comic book, villains, they're villains. That's different. But like when you're looking at perspective wise, if we're both people, you're evil. People are evil already. So usually the earth and people from that are animals and all this stuff that are seen to be bad are probably not the bad ones. We're probably the bad ones.
Remind me if I'm wrong though with Maleficent, but didn't the movie open with her being like this happy-go-lucky creature of the woods when she was a little girl and that sort of thing?
Because it was the woods. She didn't know humans.
Yeah.
And her name was still Maleficent?
Or that's what they called. They called her. We called her. Like it wasn't like they called her Maleficent. So it's neither here nor there, but I'm saying it's all about perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. But I get what you're saying, Brandon. I did like laugh at it, but yeah. Yeah, but then like you get betrayed by the person you are friends with, like or kind of love with. Yeah.
Cut off your wings.
Yeah.
Like take part of you. Like I will be up there trying to kill somebody too. They'll call me Maleficent Brian. So my name might be Brian, but it's Maleficent now. Call me.
I was trying to like mush Brian and Maleficent together. Like
Maleficent.
Maleficent. And so I said my review of the film is some sleeping emotes. Well, yeah. And he said I almost fell asleep. I had to keep moving around to keep myself up. Yeah. I don't know if it was boring. I don't think I was ever bored because I think my rage was getting my blood pressure was boiling at certain points. Like when like really that's why Scar becomes evil. Like but it was it's such a trope. It's so stupid. And then like what Brian said, you kind of like Mufasa is a dick for doing that.
Yeah. It's like he saved you 3 times, bro. And then even after you did him dirty, he saves you again, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't
want
to get into
and then even the way that he grabbed his paws all the time, saving his life.
Yes.
And it was like we did it now in the original Lion King, it was more like he did it as in, I'm taking away all the stuff I gave you already. I'm taking back your life because I gave it to you. That's what it looked like now.
Yeah, now. So here, I didn't get a chance to really talk about it because it was like a little too much. That's what but at the end of the film, Scar gets the scar by saving Mufasa, right? Whatever, no big deal, but it's kind of like, again, like Brian said, he gives himself the name Scar to remind himself how he betrayed Mufasa, because there's a part he does betray Mufasa, right? How does he go from that to, hey, you know what? I'm gonna kill him and take over the kingdom. Like Scar never becomes a bad guy in this film. Like, when am I supposed to like say like, oh, that's when he becomes a bad guy? Because he does do a bad thing and betrays, but then he redeems himself. So he ends the movie with quote unquote like saving the day, but also he fucked up the day, but he saved it at the end. So it's like, when does he become this murderous, jealous brother? Because he put himself in exile. He gave himself this name. I was like,
I was first in line till that little hairball was born. That hairball is my son. Like, what?
But I don't.
He was first in line.
But that's the animated.
That's not
film.
what the fucking movie. Like, that's
the animated film. In the live action, I don't think they do that.
They didn't.
I would have to watch it again, which I really don't want to.
I think they switched up the line a little bit. I think they switched it up a little bit. If I remember correctly. I've only watched it all the way through.
I always thought he still was the first in line still, right?
I was. That's what I think he was. In the one, but I really don't want to watch it again. It's yeah. It was like, so when does Scar become evil?
Well, I thought the fact that Mufasa made mistakes all along the way. Scar makes one mistake.
Yeah.
And then Mufasa is to say looks at him, I would never say your name again. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Bro, you were dead 3 times. And
Yeah.
I saved your life. You can't forgive me. And then took the girl that I wanted to go after.
Yeah. Yeah. It just makes Mufasa a giant asshole. Yeah. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 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 Put in the same vault with the other movies we pretend don't exist. Lock it up. Put it away. It's pretty bad. Mufasa will beat Sonic domestically eventually after this weekend. After this weekend, I think it will. It's having better legs international for sure.
But even domestically, the numbers are they're
it's gonna catch up.
Yeah.
But in my heart, Shadow won. Nice. And then we got Darkroom. What's up, Darkroom Reviews? Said I saw Mufasa and I liked it. It tried to do something different and appreciated the side story. Okay, like it. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's just I couldn't get into it, man.
Yeah, either.
I couldn't get into it. And I really wanted to. I was really rooting for this to be a good movie. I'm like, oh, they like maybe they do this and they do this, but somehow he's still like this noble, majestic leader. And
no, you did. You had it right in front of your face with the water being washed down the river.
Yeah,
you literally did Moses.
Yeah.
You literally could have done the Moses story. If you're gonna do the prodigal son before, do the Moses story. It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And you go back to that land to find out that he is, was the rightful king from the beginning. All you had to do was make his parents actual king and queen. That's all you had to do.
Yeah.
Then the whole thing flows together, and you don't undo unneeded things. I just, whatever.
Yeah, because you could have done where he had visions of the Pride Land. You know what I mean? Because the whole they're making their way to the Pride Land. That's the whole objective of the film is they all come together and they're on their way to the Pride Land. You could have had it so like
is Moses' brother Abraham? Literally, it's right in front of your face. Like I don't know how you missed it. He has the walking stick. Like
yeah, I mean, you could have had it where his family were the royalty of the Pride Lands. Instead you made him a nobody. Like you should have had him. You don't know where he came from. He just has visions of his parents. Like that would have been way better, I think. But what do I know? But if you liked it, man, I'm glad you liked it. I mean, obviously it's doing well in the theater, so a lot of people are kind of digging it. Especially Rotten Tomatoes, 87% with the critics or with the audience. So, the first Maleficent, the sequel sucked. Yeah, the sequel did suck. Maleficent,
I haven't even bothered with the sequel.
Don't. If you really didn't like the first one, you really won't like the second one.
I didn't like the second one either.
I didn't like the second one. It was
I didn't even bother with it.
Yeah.
It came and went. I actually sometimes forget the second one even existed.
Yeah, that felt like a catch grab. Then the Oberthorian Alliance. How are you guys? How you guys doing? Man? What's up, man? Appreciate you coming in.
What's going on?
Hope you guys had a good Christmas down under.
Yeah.
And also appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us on Monday.
My wife, I gotta give her props. She gave me a nice chain and 3 pair of Jordans. I couldn't believe I was like 3 pair of Jordans. I was like, man, if I wasn't married to you, we get married all over again, bro.
Take off the ring, put it back on.
Like, let's do this again.
Yeah.
And she cooked me a jerk turkey for Christmas Day. I was like,
ooh,
you don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah. definitely cash grab.
Yeah, it's like Mufasa, exactly.
You want to do this one and the next one? I got to go use the washroom real quick, and then
Okay.
we'll do Sonic.
Gotcha. So I think people just can't forget about the 2019 film. I hear you, Dark Rooms, with that. I mean, the 2019 film was really bad. I mean, Brandman talks about it all the time, right?
The Lion King?
Yeah, the 2019 one.
Mm-hmm.
How the faces were unanimated and all that.
Yeah, how they just weren't very expressive, and yeah, felt like it was you could have stayed at home and watched the Discovery Channel.
I just hated the story that they had to make Nala so important because Beyonce played her.
Because of who voiced her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that for sure. It just yeah, and great entertainer, Beyonce, great, music
might be the second best ever. Like,
yeah,
literally.
but just gotta stay away from acting, stick to your guns sometimes. Acting's not for her. It never was. We had enough to go on at this point to know that that we shouldn't be trying to make her happen as an actress. It's not going to happen.
You didn't like the Fighting Temptations and Dreamgirls? She was better than Dreamgirls because she was able to sing. She could sing.
Yeah. Dreamgirls, she was able to, basically play herself. Fighting Temptations, I don't really remember too much of her in that. I think the closest I've ever come to liking her as an actress was Austin Powers Goldmember. And even that wasn't anything great.
So thank you very much. Where you guys most anticipated movie of the year? So what is your most anticipated movie for next year, for 2025?
If I had to pick only one?
Yep.
You know what? Let me look at what all is coming out next year, or like the big stuff. Let's see what is coming out.
I mean, you got Superman, you got Captain America, Jurassic World Rebirth. This is Avatar coming out 2025.
Avatar is at the end of next year.
Fire and Ash.
28 years later.
Brandon's Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Ballerina too, right? Ballerina comes out. Yeah.
Yep. Thunderbolts.
I'm really excited for Thunderbolts.
I am too.
I'd say my number one is probably 28 years later.
Fantastic Four.
I'd say 28 years later is a especially after seeing that trailer. Yeah. I wanted to say Superman because that's a close second, and really excited for like the first live action movie of the rebooted DC universe. I want to see how it pans out. But that trailer for 28 years later, man, really sold me on it. And they're bringing back the writing duo of Danny Boyle and Alex Garland.
Boo! Fantastic Four. I'm interested. I'm not really like hyped for it or excited about it, but I am like really interested to see what they do with it.
The same.
What about you, Tank? What's your most anticipated movie for 2024?
It's 2025. Superman.
Okay.
It even before I saw the trailer, it was Superman because it's the beginning of the DC, and DC is my preferred, of the main two, Marvel and DC. I prefer DC storylines, it's just a lot more fun. As I have like a giant wall of Spider-Man behind me and stuff. Well, I'm not done. I have Green Lantern down there, a whole bunch of Green Lantern stuff. Like all those are all DCs. Like those are all Batmans and Supermans and Wonder Womans and Robins and stuff. So, but yeah, I 100% Superman. 20 years later looks good. Captain America, Thunderbolts looks good. Mission Impossible even looks good. Jurassic World looks good. All these other ones everyone in chat saying about, but yeah, not even close. Superman, not even close. Superman.
I'm about How to Train Your Dragon, so that and Sinners.
Sinners is gonna be interesting.
Those are the two I want to see. I want to see How You Train Your Dragon, see how they do it, and I want to see Sinners. I think Sinners sounds like a very good original type of movie that I don't have to like compare to anything else.
Yeah, that does look good.
Brandon said, "How long are they going to milk that? Even Lion King 1.5."
I liked Lion King 1.5. It's not going to win Academy Awards, but it was fun. We wound up watching that the other day because Eric had never seen it before. I'm like, it's the same story, just it's from Timon and Pumbaa's point of view.
It's literally Lion King from
it's Lion King.
Are they able to fast forward?
Yeah, all the Simba stuff, which is funny.
So, MI8, Thunderbolts, Cap 4, Jurassic World, Superman 28 years later, Cap 4. So
I am excited about the Avatar one too. This last one I really didn't care, the water one, but this one with the volcano people, the fire and ash, that seems pretty interesting. Can we have not the humans be the bad guys for once? So
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the visuals with it. Or in Avatar, those are consistently fun. Story wise, people will say what they will about Avatar, but I love the visual. I love sitting through those movies just from a visual standpoint. IMAX 3D, give me the IMAX 3D with those. I'm with it.
Hey, I gotta agree. Karate Kid Legends looks epic. That looks really, really good.
Yeah, I don't think we watched that trailer. We gotta watch that trailer at some point.
It's so good. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Megan 2.0.
Yeah.
Megan be interesting.
I'm gonna see Megan 2.0. I really like the first one a lot more than I expected to. So absolutely.
All right, so how are you going to much superhero content? And is that the problem at the moment compared to the good old 2008 when Iron Man one star did the superhero trend and it was a new and fresh back then? So it's hard compared it to now when you're gonna have Fantastic Four.
There's so many of them.
Captain America, there's so many. Superman, just Thunderbolts. There's a lot of superhero content.
Yeah. I mean, I heard people like, "Oh, I'm over it," but I was like, "I'm a comic book reader, man. It's never ending."
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. So I wanted. This is my favorite genre. To the superhero stuff. So I like that we're getting it, and most of it is pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah. But also, it doesn't take away from anything else. Don't tell my girlfriend that because she loves Pedro.
He can't be in everything.
He's in
everything.
everything.
Me off now.
I am getting a little tuckered out by Pedro Pascal.
He's in everything.
I know everyone loves the dude. Admittedly, I'm getting a little burned out on the dude. Yeah, can't throw a rock and land on something without him in it.
Yeah. Well,
if I worded that right, but
no, you're right.
Just very oversaturated at this point in time. I'm still trying to. I still don't even like the idea. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Screw that. I don't even like the idea of him as Reed. So screw the sugarcoating. He's going to have to sell me on that. Him as Reed Richards.
No, the best part about the whole thing is that they're gonna have a council of Reeds now. They got a council of Reeds. That's the best part of the whole thing. So I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't even think the casting of Reed has ever been, with the exception of John Krasinski, which everyone was kind of hoping for. The casting of Reed has never really worked for me. Even Ewan Griffith was fine, but he was working with subpar content Miles Teller, I like him, but him as Reed just didn't work for me.
That was horrible. That whole thing was
awful.
Pedro Pascal.
Miles Turner or
out of here. Say what?
No, I was like, Brian's saying Miles Teller sucks, or just
that movie was. I mean, he was awful in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie was terrible.
The entire movie was trash.
Yeah, but it was not good. Not good. All right, skip around a little bit so we can do at least one more.
I'm excited to see how Stephen King's The Monkey gets adapted. Same director as Long Legs and writer.
Writer director. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right, Jorge. Yeah. The trailer was just creepy. I hear they're going like an absurdist comedy route with it, which would be interesting.
So, what's that Chris Pratt movie based off the art book? It's supposed to be a Netflix film with the big robots and big smiley faces. We talked about that.
Electric State.
Electric State,
yeah.
I think it looks interesting, but it's getting a lot of hate. People are like, "Why'd you look so stupid?" I was like, I mean, that's what the story is. I mean, I don't know. This is robots. It's like, it's like, and I thought visually it looks cool from the trailer. At least, it doesn't look like
as long as the writing is a good, superhero is dope. If not, well,
but that goes for comic books too, man. Like when comic books are written well, holy crap, you get sucked in and you get super hyped. When they're not, man,
you get Storm issue 3.
Yeah.
Stupid ass.
You get that wwhole Black Panther with I don't remember his name.
Man who should not be named. Yeah. He who should not ever be named.
Yeah, you get some bad
fucking
stuff.
John Ridley. Fucking
is that who I couldn't remember his name.
I hate him so much.
But
sorry. Bring back Jonathan Majors as King Conquer.
I agree.
Actually conquer something.
I agree.
So I don't remember if we ever have a porn stash.
What a bunch of bullshit. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Miss me with that.
I am interested in Tron Ares.
Yeah. Especially especially with 9 Inch Nails doing the soundtrack. That's gonna be dope. If not Daft Punk, that's a good replacement.
Yeah. I like Tron Legacy. I'm one of the very few people. It wasn't great, don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Saw that in IMAX 3D 4 times.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Within like a week.
But I love the original Tron. The original Tron was like, me and my grandfather will watch it. So, it's a super old school nerdy thing.
Yeah.
So I am excited. I fucking hate Jared Leto. So
you hate him though. You hate him.
You
hate him just specifically him. Like I don't know.
I'm like I don't mind Jared Leto with the right content, but he's one of those like he comes off, especially if you hear like his behind the scenes antics on Suicide Squad, which kind of like briefly put me off to him. Like he just seems like one of those like annoyingly pretentious method actors, but
a person, not even a method actor. He's like that with his cult too, like
dude does have a cult, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I've never read a whole lot into it, but I like him with the right roles, and I've seen 30 Seconds to Mars twice. They put on a pretty solid they put on a pretty good live show. I gotta hand it to him. Yeah. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the idea of him as Skeletor though.
I'll get you, He-Man.
He's method enough that I could see him doing the high pitched voice, which will be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's going full skeleton.
Yeah,
he's going full skeleton.
Burn his face off.
Burn his face off, right?
And then write skull on it, just in case you didn't get it.
Yeah, because he's a skeleton,
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's a skeleton. Because he's a skeleton.
Requiem for he's been in good movies. Don't get me wrong. I can't say he's like a horrible actor. He's done good stuff. I just don't like him and don't like him.
Yeah, because I mean, I think he's done a good job on a lot of movies. So that's just me.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you take it.
All right.
This is really random, but I'm curious. Have you ever seen an old movie called Sneakers? Robert Redford, Sidney Poitier, ensemble cast. The story holds up very well. Still one of my favorite movies. Everything with Sidney Poitier and Robert Redford is great.
Yeah, I remember Sneakers. Dan Aykroyd was in it, if I remember correctly, too.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Because I'm saying, but yeah, I remember it. So yeah, Sidney Poitier is one of the greatest actors I've ever seen, and Robert Redford. I got respect for him. So.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap! That is a cast. Like you are not kidding. Yeah. Benjamin Kingsley's in it. Ben Kingsley's in it. Dan Aykroyd, River Phoenix. I don't think I've seen this one. No.
Yeah.
Look like it.
I remember seeing this one.
Huh. Yeah, 1992 thriller comedy. Let's check that one out.
It's kind of making me want to revisit it, actually. It's been years since I've seen it.
Well,
I don't think I've seen it. I don't think last time I saw it was probably on VHS.
Yeah, I mean, came out in 92. Yeah, but that is a pretty sick ass. Like crazy. Yeah, Mary McDonald. Yeah, dang. Find out where that's streaming. Watch that. Right. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get into Sonic 2, and then we'll probably call it a night.
Okay.
3.
Sonic. Yeah, Sonic 3. Let me pull up this real quick. So I just have the cast. Oh, I really don't need the cast, right? I mean,
I do like that Mama Bear classic movie review segment. We've been talking about that. Tank's been asking for that for a long time, so we need to get on that.
I'm in.
Yeah, it is something I have planned for next year. Because also I think it will help us out as a channel to have just more movie reviews on the channel, just for our algorithm, too.
I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna try to do anything we can because right now we're all live. That's
yeah, we're all live.
All of our stuff is all live.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. The classic. If we do the classics, it'll probably be a little bit more edited and videos, not live.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, right.
Yeah. We just don't have. Well, already we don't have enough time.
But we have to push other videos, so that's why I think that we were talking about this before. So
yeah. But if we do stuff like that, we definitely give it out to the members first, for sure. So, but yeah. But cool. Let's talk about Sonic 3. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon over here, Brian the Grizzly over there, and we're going to review the new Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Came out last weekend. We all got a chance to see it. Didn't get a chance to talk about it yet. So
saw it twice.
Same.
Nice, dang. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna give you guys our rating at the end, whether we give it a now, later, never. We're gonna get to our dislikes, our likes, and some of our other thoughts. But before we jump into that, Brian, you got a breakdown of what this movie is about?
Yeah. Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails reunite to battle Shadow, a mysterious new enemy with powers unlike anything they faced before. With the abilities outmatched in every way, they seek out an unlikely alliance to stop Shadow and protect the planet.
Yep. And then a quick rundown of the cast. Pretty much everyone's came back for it. From James Marsden, Jim Carrey, Ben Schwartz is in it. We even got Idris Elba coming back for Knuckles. Plus, then we get the great Keanu Reeves as Shadow, the Hedgehog. And then also Jim Carrey. Again, we get double Jim Carrey in this one. So, that's pretty. Kristen Ritter is in it. She's definitely going to come up. I already know that in a few of our discussions. So with all that down, Brandman, we'll have you start off. What are some things you liked about Sonic 3?
I liked that it jumped right in. It really doesn't waste any time. That was one of my favorite things about it. Really like the voice acting between, the great Ben Schwartz, who has really just made the role of Sonic his own. Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who I think voiced Tails in the video games, if I'm not mistaken, or in at least some of them. And I love how Idris Elba plays Knuckles, because Idris Elba definitely understands the assignment, and he also plays it like total serious as Knuckles, which I think is great. I liked Jim Carrey just really still has it after like 30 plus years. He's just as animated and cartoonish as he's been since like the late 80s, early 90s. So him as Robotnik was just still fun to watch. And I gotta give Keanu Reeves his flowers. I gotta give him his flowers. He was great as Shadow. Really liked him. I thought his voice and kind of his vocal delivery really suited Shadow. I thought he absolutely crushed it. I even liked a lot of like some of the Easter eggs they've had in terms of other games.
Yeah.
That really worked for me. And it even kind of had like an emotional core to it, just in terms of the contrast between especially Sonic's surrogate family and Shadow's family that he had in the form of Maria. So I thought that really worked. Just really amazed the trajectory this franchise has been on, and I've said it before, it all stems from a character redesign, which I think is cool.
Well, yeah, right. So before we move on, gotta give a shout out to Danny, Road to Wisdom. Appreciate you, man. Saying what's up, guys?
What's up?
$2.
What's going on, man?
Appreciate it, Danny. Always.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming in with the super chat. I need to find some new ones, man. I'm getting bored with some of the other ones. Let's see.
Oh, I like you, pussycat. Yes.
Yeah, for Danny.
I know, right?
Really? Okay.
I don't know, because they're all kind of goofy.
He's the best. I love it.
I will.
Can't go wrong with Bison. It's also, I was gonna say, it's Megatron. I was like, and one of my favorite versions of Megatron too. So, but appreciate it, Danny. Thank you so much, man. I know we got to get Danny back on.
I already told him Danny's spirit. So
yeah. Yeah. I was watching his video on was it the most hated man on YouTube or something like that, where
that's just a little series, that's a show. Yeah.
That's just is it really this a show or just that episode?
No, it's like that's what he does. It's called like the most hated man on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with the Superman stuff. So that was a good one though. That was a good one. So make sure you go check out Danny Road to Wisdom. He's also on Chaos Central with Hanzo, Big for Entertainment. So appreciate it, Danny. All right. Brian, what you like about Sonic 3?
Okay. I'm going to tell you the truth. I fell asleep for the first 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I was say go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
Yeah. He goes, dang, bro, why waste your hard-earned money on the bear stuff? Come on, stop it. I didn't even wear my bear stuff today because I was like ashamed. So
I'm so mad that I have to use this camera. I don't want you to see this bear stuff.
All the bear stuff. I'm just gonna hide. I'm gonna hide the shelf right here. Like now, look at it. Look at my shame.
I was born into it. It's
Yeah.
not my fault. Blame my parents. We should have moved somewhere else where the wind doesn't hurt your face.
Yeah. Right here. We always talk about you're born into it. We're gonna find this real quick. Let's see. Did you guys get rid of it? Oh no, it would be on this one, right?
No! 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 No!
Exactly. Don't
That's
choose the Bears.
yeah.
Don't do it.
Like, oh yeah, Bears. Yep. But yeah, I appreciate Danny from the $5 super chat to trash talk the Bears, man. Like yeah, thank you, Danny. All right. Go ahead, Brian. I don't know if you want to start over or not, but
no, it's just so the first 25 minutes of the movie, I actually kind of fell asleep. Not that I fell asleep, that I just, you have that doze where you just a little bit and you don't not sure exactly what's going on, but I knew enough was going on because I knew exactly what where they're going towards, and it happened twice. So it happened the first time. I was like, that must be whatever. I watched it the second time, the same thing happened, and I was like, okay, maybe it's because I know too much about the game and know kind of what's going to happen that none of that shocked me. But then by the time we got past the first 25 minutes, I was in. I think it was done well. Some of the goofiness is what I was looking for, because I'm a kind of guy that doesn't like too much goofiness, right? I was there for Jim Carrey, man. I was there for all of it. I was there for what's his name? James Marsden. I all of it. I was in for all of it. Idris Elba. I loved watching. Well, I was watching once it got into the heart of the story. Once they, Team Sonic was needed. That was all great. Once we got to the part where they needed it. So I guess about an hour and 20 minutes I loved. The first 25 minutes it was a little bit, whatever. But yeah, I mean, great cast, great acting. They actually love what they're doing. You can see they enjoy what the story. So it's not like they have to make up that their joy. It's apparent within just watching it, and they just know what they know what they're doing. Once they redesigned the character, they knew what they're doing, and they've run with it, and I love it. So
yeah. Once they redesigned the character, like it was just like, okay, we're just gonna give the fans exactly what they want, and hey, once it works. You
use the video game character.
Yeah, exactly. But Ben Schwartz, from day one is great as Sonic, and Idris Elba coming in. So it's like once we got teased with Shadow in the last movie, there was a bunch of names, we're popping Anakin Skywalker, who I can't think of his name.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen was the big person that a lot of people, and I was down for that. But I gotta say, like Keanu as Shadow. Because I mean, Keanu Reeves only has one level. It's just Keanu Reeves. You know what I mean? It's either John Wick Keanu or he like bumped it up to like Bill and Ted Keanu. But it's there's a range and it's very very narrow.
Or is it Speed Keanu?
That was in between. It was in between. But it's a little higher than John Wick, so he wasn't so I'm gonna kill you. But it's a little less of the surfer boy kind of thing. Like I said, very narrow, man. He's right in between there. This was definitely more of his John Wicky kind of.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is awesome for the character.
I think he's very comfy in that role and persona at this point.
And dark and brooding.
Yeah, like I think I've said in the past, even with the newest Bill and Ted from like 4 years ago, it didn't really feel like Keanu Reeves playing Ted Theodore Logan. It felt like John Wick playing Ted.
Yeah.
In terms of like the delivery. So he's very comfy in that persona, but it worked for Shadow, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it 100% worked for Shadow. So yeah, that was good. It looked good. I gotta admit, all the graphics were pretty spot on. Nothing looked out of place. Everything fit well. I think having less of the humans, was the better way to go. I like James Marsden, but I think he was the issue in maybe the last one, really. Just too much humans in a Sonic movie is never good. The most human you want to get is Eggman, and then we get double Jim Carrey, so somebody said we get two parts. He does play Eggman, which is from the first two movies, and then he's also playing Robotnik, which is his grandfather. And they look exactly the same, and it's so good. It is over the top. So if you don't like over the top kind of silliness, then it might not be for you. But I mean, it's so over the top that they make fun of them being the same actor, like legit make fun of it in the movie. And the best Jim Carrey is always when you let Jim Carrey do full Jim Carrey. You just let him, like, here you go, you're off the leash, have at it. And who would have known Jim Carrey plays best off of Jim Carrey? So it's what he does. Me, myself, Irene, he did it there too. Whenever you have him play opposite of himself, like it sounds stupid, but it's usually the best for him, because he has so many personalities and he's so animated that he can do that. So but yeah, Shadow and Jim Carrey were probably my two favorite parts of this film, because one was very dark and one was very goofy, and it fitting in the same movie was perfect. It really was like a lot of fun. So but yeah, that's pretty much it from my likes. There's more, but that was my main ones. All right, dislikes. What issues did you have with it, Brandman?
Really, I only have one kind of glaring, and this is kind of in terms of like my expectations versus what happened. They were kind of bigging up and touting Kristen Ritter like she was going to be like this major part in the movie, and it more or less just felt like a glorified cameo. I thought,
Yeah,
she probably only had about 5 minutes of screen time, and that's putting it generously. Yeah. I thought she was going to do more. I thought she was going to be a little more principled the way that they were hyping her. Really, that's my only like glaring issue with the movie. The movie kind of, it's not like a perfect movie by any means, but it knew what it was, and I thought it worked in that regard. Overall, but yeah, they just did nothing with Kristen Ritter, just despite kind of talking like they were.
Yeah. She was only in it for what, maybe 10, 15-ish minutes.
Even that, to me, it felt like 5, 3, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was only legit like 3 scenes, right? 3 or 4 scenes.
4 scenes, yeah.
Yeah, so damn. Okay, anything else?
That's really the only big one that springs to mind. More will come to me later, but that was like my big glaring one.
Yeah. Okay. What are you, Brian?
I had a few things. So there's Maria Robotnik with Shadow. Maria, the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see how that worked with Eggman. I didn't understand how that was working. I also didn't really feel the connection with with Shadow, because I was like, it almost seemed like they were only together for like 2 weeks. Sonic has been with his family for like years, right? So the connection didn't really make sense to me. I was like, all right. Shadow's like, I remember that one day we let me out of my cage. What?
those 3 hours.
Yeah, like this is what we doing here. So I just thought that was kind of a little strange. The story was fine. Jim Carrey is over the top sometimes. The dance sequence is probably too much for me, but it's hilarious. But it's like at some point I was rolling my eyes, laughing but rolling my eyes. So but you kind of understand what's going for. But like, this is really nitpicking on a movie that was fun. I didn't expect it to be, an unbelievable storyline that goes 3 hours or anything like that. I don't need to be Othello. I don't need it to be anything like that. I just wanted to enjoy it, and overall, it was fine. It seems like Tom and Maddie kind of took a backseat to a lot of stuff. The same thing would be then for Rockwell, for Kristen Ritter, because all humans took a back seat to it that weren't named Jim Carrey. and that might work for the movie overall. So, I don't really have anything horrible for this movie because I don't think it did a horrible job in any aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Jorge brought this up real quick that Maria was a big improvement compared to the video game. So yeah, I don't remember too much of the video game. I remember Shadow, but it was a little bit past my Sonic, era of playing.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I just remember it being super dark. But
yeah,
my biggest issue was that they sped through a lot of the character stuff and never really had time to like develop, almost like what Brian was saying. You didn't have time to develop like some of the deeper connections that some of these characters had. But yet also the movie kind of felt a little long at times. So it was like, how are like you're rushing through everything and it still feels long. So it was like, it was at
hour 49.
Hour 49. So it's not a crazy long movie. I mean, so it just I wish we got a little bit more of Shadow and Maria, Maria and Robotnik.
We only saw in one scene. Like, hey kids, let's go. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's stuff like that. Like I wish we would have got more of. This should have been more of a Shadow movie than a Sonic movie. And at the end, you kind of have them team up and blah blah blah. But it was you're trying to split the time evenly between a Shadow and Sonic. It's not that it was bad. It's just like I wanted more, which is kind of the worst thing a movie can do at times, is just like wanting more, from it. So, but yeah, that's my biggest issue, because otherwise I had a lot of fun with it. Just kind of rushed through a few of the stories. But you guys, anything else before we move on?
No, I mean, I think that's really the biggest part of it. There's just a lot of stuff that a lot of holes. It's a lot of holes in it, and there's a lot of unnecessary talking too. So like, it's weird. It's just, I guess it's pacing. Then is that pacing? Really?
Yeah.
Is pace kind of weird?
Yeah. It is. But cool. Let's get on to our ratings. Now later never now means you go watch this thing right now. Later means you wait until it's at home, check it out on streaming, and never means just skip it altogether. Brandman, what are you giving Sonic 3?
I'll give it a now. This was a pretty fun movie. It was a fun watch. Mike, I knew what it was going in. It understood what it was. I really enjoy this franchise. I'll watch as many of them as they make. I even like the Knuckles spinoff. I like the energy and the vibe of these movies, and I really enjoyed Keanu Reeves as Shadow. He's notoriously one of the coolest guys in Hollywood, and for him to do something like this just really even like ups my respect for him. And it's like the one video game movie franchise that's really working for me so far.
Yeah.
Had some references to the previous games, Easter eggs that I really liked. Just a fun time all around. Heck, there's a reason I've seen it twice at this point.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I could give this a now.
Okay. What about you, Brian? Now, later, never.
If you are a video game friend, person that really enjoys video games, then definitely a now. If you're a regular person, maybe later. A person with kids, maybe now. But if you're by yourself, if you're not into video games, you're by yourself, it might be a later. It might be. Even though I will say this, when they blew into the thumb drive and stuck it in, I die laughing. I die laughing. But
Yeah.
I can recognize some people are not going to be in love with this movie. But for me, I think it's a now. But I can recognize someone saying later.
Yeah. It is very over the top at times with Jim Carrey. But for me, I mean, that's why one of the reasons why I'm going to give it a now was how great Jim Carrey was in this. But also how good Shadow was. I thought, he did a really good job at being this bad guy, and then kind of becoming a good guy at the end, So
Is that what
at
we
least
compare about?
redeeming stuff.
Is that what we always complain about? The bad guy becoming a good guy.
Well, no, it's always the bad guy becoming an anti-hero. But the thing is, like, I don't know if you ever seen the joke of Sonic is basically Dragon Ball Z.
It is.
And it really is. So I love Dragon Ball Z, and I love when the good guy is so good that he makes the villains good guys. So Sonic is so adorable in this. Ben Schwartz knocks out of the park with Sonic each time, and this cast just keeps getting bigger and better, and 3 movies in, and we got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Robotnik, and Eggman. Like that's wild. I did not think we would get to this point when I first saw that first image of Sonic. So it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun for me. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very goofy. It's very goofy. I think Brian said, like, you're not expecting like Shakespeare or anything.
Still Othello.
Yeah. So a lot of fun. And then before we finish things off, we have the Rotten Tomatoes, 110 critics, 88%, which is not bad for the critics. That's really high up there. That is technically certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. But with a movie like this, you really care about what the audience thinks. We have a 5,000 plus verified ratings, 97%. That's insane.
That's insane, right?
That's so much, man. Like, yeah, that means, like, out of 100 people, 97 of them are gonna recommend this movie. And 5,000 people watch this.
I always want to know that. Doesn't Rotten Tomatoes thing kind of go like 97 of people will rate it over 70%?
No, it's
like over. It's based on 70%, and then how many people were rated over that 70%?
From what I understand, it's more of like how many good or bad reviews. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't take an average of your reviews. It takes how many like it and how many don't like it. So if you're under that like threshold of stuff, that's what I assume. Like what I assume, but what I read about it, so it's like how many people would like the movie and didn't like the movie, rather than an average of everyone's ratings. So that's what I assume.
It's whoever who rated at least 75% or higher.
Yeah, which we would consider it like passable.
So if you say over 75%, so like it's like 97% will say over 75%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's not bad. And then the big thing, the numbers. This is opening up against Mufasa, so it's going against a Disney Lion King movie, and it is killing it domestically so far. We're getting into the second weekend. We'll see where it lands. But domestically, 88 million domestic. That's crazy. Coming into its second weekend. So that's not bad. International, it's really not doing anything, but it's not getting a full international release.
Release yet? It's not right.
Yeah, I don't know if it will, but it's really in like Colombia and New Zealand, which is just wild. But it's only it's still at 1.3 million, which gives the worldwide 89 million. So, but domestically, it's doing really well. Really well. So
definitely
we'll see how
gonna-
long it goes.
Yeah, and more than enough to warrant the fourth one that they already announced.
Yeah, because you
Yep.
talk about the end credits. That was pretty interesting. Amy Rose and the Metal Sonic. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
That was cool.
That's gonna be a lot.
That
of fun.
was cool.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, at this point, this franchise has gotten enough traction to where they're getting these big named actors to to voice the characters: Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves. So my question now is, who the heck is going to voice Amy Rose?
Yeah. Yeah. And we might get more than Amy too. I wonder if we some of the other side characters. You know, I wonder if she comes in with some of the other characters. Which would
Very
be
well
interesting.
could.
Yeah.
You could. I think you're gonna go with Amy Rose first, and then if you go to a 5, you can bring in more characters. But I think Amy Rose is the one. But we talked about this, right? We talked.
Yeah,
about
on our community stream we talked
Yeah,
about
on
it
our
earlier.
community stream. Yeah.
So,
You know,
yeah.
I do really think that the obvious choice, like we said the other day, is Anna Kendrick.
it is perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I think she's the whole package for Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is the route I would take.
Yeah, same. Yeah, you know, so you know that's our thoughts, our review for Sonic 3. Doing well in the box office domestically, so we'll see how that goes. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, you know, bunch of nows and a little bit of a later, I guess. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know. So we want to hear from you guys if you want to go watch it. Leave a comment down below. Let us know if you're giving this one a now, later, never, and what you like about or didn't like about Sonic 3. And make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us live when we do these reviews. We appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. And if you are in the live chat, stick around because we're getting into your comments right now. All right. And then I know Danny said later, but yeah, we'll find some way to talk Dune with Danny. I didn't know he was into Dune like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and honestly, our Dune stuff was doing pretty good. Like they're not like bangers, they're not like giving us a bunch of views, but they're doing a lot better than it started off as. So
It's because the show did better.
yeah, so as the show started doing better, our views got better. Sonic 4 Civil War. That'd be funny. Let's see. We got Horror Geek in the house. The movie was best when Shadows on screen.
It was.
Yeah, really was. It's been to hell, so it can be dark. So here he said Maria was an improvement compared to the game. He goes, she was just there in the game. He goes, they changed Shadow's story for him to be naive and sympathetic. He had a lot of justification for his story in the original game. Robotnik was dead in the game. He was, I think it was a good change to make him more of a foil to Sonic. Yeah. But it was very dark. It's just like, we're gonna destroy the world. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that's full on
100 real quick. Like
yeah. Like Robotnik or Eggman was just kind of an asshole with Sonic, and he wanted just power and knowledge and stuff. Like his granddad was like, everyone needs to die.
all of you, including us. Yeah, let's kill us too.
Yeah.
Eggman was like, what? Me? You gonna kill me? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Shadow's always been my favorite Sonic character, so I'm very satisfied. I want a big Shadow stuffed animal as our nice. If they want to give a Shadow his own family, give him a rogue. Yeah, they could do that.
I mean, that was the other end credit scene because they had the two. They had the mid credit scene and the end credit.
In the end credit scene,
with Shadow grabbing the ring, and so you know he's back. You know he's still around.
Mm-hmm.
So you grabbed his ring cuff. So that was cool. So I mean, yeah, those are two good end credits, but no one wanted to stay because everyone knew the Shadow was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't have Shadow be a one-off.
No. Yeah. You don't get somebody like Keanu Reeves and get such a fan favorite because a lot of people love Shadow. So yeah, and they know what they're doing with these movies now. They're like, fans want the characters and they want them to look good. They want them to look like the video game, and they want a good story. It doesn't need to be like
word for word the other
word
one.
for word. Yeah,
it's simple as that. And again, the I'm really impressed with the character redesign that they were gracious enough to listen. That's where they are now. That's why they're where they are now. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Just keep the character as is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm really surprised at how much I enjoy this franchise. So far.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I know Keanu and Idris were talking about how they wanted to do a Shadow and Knuckles spinoff. I would be all for it.
That'd be cool.
Just like
that was
the Knuckles series.
Yeah, and I love that they referenced the show. Like, it wasn't that reference, and you didn't need to see the show to get the reference. But I thought that was kind of cool.
I didn't love the show. That was good.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
I was entertained by it. I had a fun time watching it. I just think it was cool that they made it, and like an actor, a big actor like Idris Elba was gracious enough to do that. I like that he doesn't take himself that seriously in Hollywood, and took the time out to do something small and fun like that with Knuckles.
Yeah.
Respect.
He always has, though. He always has.
Yeah.
And the one thing I do find funny is people came out and already said, like, Jim Carrey said he's gonna retire and he's only gonna do movies with great scripts. And then they're like, and then it's this. But I was like, but also it's a Jim Carrey's version of a great script, which means you allow him to like be a goofball,
Yeah,
a great script is going to be like a Christopher Nolan film. Like, Jim Carrey's not getting that call.
And I mean, he could do it.
And even in his more serious roles, Jim Carrey has always been a very he's always incorporated that physical comedy, or that his physicality. The dude's literally a live action cartoon. I'm still convinced to this day that 99% of the of his stunts in The Mask were just him. That wasn't CG. That was just him being the live action cartoon he really is. So I think he's really made Robotnik work to his advantage as a physical actor.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
And heck, man, when I heard Jim Carrey's going to be Robotnik, at first I'm like, huh? He's going to be like that round character from the games. But again, like, now I can't really picture anyone else playing him in live action. He's just that fun to watch.
Yeah. You got to do somebody over the top with such a interesting, weird villain like Eggman and Robotnik. So, excuse me. Sega themselves said Shadow is the second most popular character in the Sonic universe, only behind Sonic. Yeah, he's B came in and said, never heard of Shadow. I was a Sonic fan. Sonic came in later when they really started expanding the lore.
Shadow did, yeah. Shadow came
Shadow. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't fix it. Sonic. So Shadow. With Amy and some of these other like Rogue or Rouge, right? Her name is Rouge.
Rouge.
That was kind of after I really stopped paying attention. I know they exist, but I really don't know the full extent of their lore and how they're connected to Sonic and stuff like that. But
Amy's like all about future Sonic, like they're together in the future, I believe. I think that's what her
I
story
have no
was.
idea.
I
I
think
just know
that's
she has
what
a
it was.
giant hammer and she kicks people's ass.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm down if they do like make Rouge connected to Shadow somehow. Well, I don't know how, but yeah. How he's the only other Sonic character that headlines his own games. Really? He has his own game? Damn. I didn't know that. Have you seen Jim Lee in the Bad Batch?
I've never seen that movie
You've seen
the whole way
Jim-
through, but I've seen their parts. Pretty
I-
weird movie.
I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, yeah, I think you had told us about it though, too, right? When we were
think I might
talking
have.
about the Bad Batch show,
Yeah.
he was telling us about the Bad Batch movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
I remember. That's why I'm like, sounds familiar. Yeah, but you guys got anything else? I just realized it's super late.
Yeah, it is super late, and that's
I
it.
think that's all I got.
Yeah. That's all I got. I'm starting to get tired. My throat's starting to hurt from damn acid reflex.
Mhm.
That's how I know you're getting old, man. You turn 40 and then like you go to burp and you spit up a bunch of acid reflex and then you can't go to sleep for like the night and you still taste it like the
No,
next day.
when you
Just
lay down,
stays
it
there.
comes out your nose.
That hasn't happened yet, but damn.
You know, I literally go, it's just the word, spit it all out, just like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
the oldness.
yeah, getting old, man. Getting old. But yeah, we will see you guys. Is Stone in love with Eggman? Is Stone in love with Eggman? Who's Stone? I'm not sure.
His assistant, right?
Oh, nah, I never got that. I think he was just like
He wanted
an underling that's so like
devoted.
like devoted, almost like a disciple kind of like you know.
He just wanted to be friends. He wanted to have a family. He wanted that connection that Sonic had with all his people. So he always wanted that, and he was devoted to him.
Yeah. I forgot about Stone. He was pretty good in this one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thanks for a stream. Have a good night. You too. Y'all sound old.
Dude, we are old.
We are.
That's the
Yeah,
problem,
we
dude.
are. You didn't see. So once I got off screen and I got out of the chair to go use the restroom, like I was like, fucking knees like locked up, cracking all the way to. Like everything hurts. Poor Brandman is going to have a power nap before gym time. Well, he's got the day off, so he's
Yeah.
But nah, we don't want to keep too long. But yeah, appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. Yeah, thank you all you guys coming in. Horror Geek, with all the Sonic info. Appreciate that. But yeah, we'll be back on Saturday talking Silo. Can't wait for that. I might go watch that episode right now. So yeah, so we'll do Silo, and then Monday we'll come in and do some more movies and stuff like that. Nosferatu, hopefully.
Yeah, we can watch all these trailers. There's a lot of trailers too.
Yep. And then what day is that? The 30th. Yeah, so probably Thursday we might do our most anticipated, and Thursday will probably be our review of the year and getting ready for the next year. So do it right at the beginning of the year. So give our best and worst, and then anticipated. But cool. Let's get out of here. We appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with us. We will see you on Saturday if you're in the Silo. If not, we'll see you on Monday. Have a safe weekend. Have a fun weekend. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night.